Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Realm, what's going on? Talk to me. How we doing out here? Casket repair, hustle and motivate. Pong Soul, my guy. What's going on? Jigga J, what's going on? Talk to me. What's going on out here? How y'all doing? Def Mobile, Lethal Papa, Gameplay, told what's going on? Flame, LordsGaming.net in the building, my man Flame. Salute. What's going on? Chilling. How I'm sounding out here? Addict, talk to the people. Yeah. How we doing? How we doing? Alex PSX asked the multiplayer worker what it was like moments before the footage released. Oh yeah. I got you. We gonna get it now. What else we got? What's up for the a couple other people. Kool-Aid 117. Let's go. I like that. Non-dope soups. Max, the lazy otaku, what's going on? Oh, full set? Okay. Excuse me while I'm eating. No doubt. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Salute to the Lords. Yeah, man, we got a big one, man. It's a big one. It's fun. These are the ones that's fun. So you already know Patrick will be in the building. You know what I'm saying? King will be pulling up soon. Saul will be pulling up soon. Yeah, I got me a little, he said what's tasty? Yeah, I got me a little croissant. With the chicken and the, you know what I'm saying? Chicken and the cheese. Getting it ready. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Hustle said he can't hear you, Addict. Hustle said. Can y'all hear Addict? Make sure y'all can hear him. Maybe he didn't hear you that one time I was talking. Let me chat. Let us know if you can hear Addict, bro. Talk to me. Everyone get a book. Addict talking through his TCL. Pong says no Addict. That's weird. They say they can. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I didn't mute you. Keep talking. Yeah, desktop audio is not. Yeah, it's not. It's me because desktop audio ain't coming through. You're absolutely right. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, device. Good test. Good catch, chat. Oh, let's see. 1 second. Let's get this going. I should be coming through the Talk to the people, Addict.
Attempt number 2.
Number 2. Yeah. I think I see you coming through now. Levels coming through. What about now, y'all? Because she's coming up on my side. You know what I'm saying? All right. What about? Keep talking, Addict. Keep talking, because I
can hear him.
I can see you. You can hear you on the joint. Yeah. There you go. Good catch, man. Almost messed the show up. That's why mic checks are important. Thank you. Good catch right there. Jigga J, thank you. So oh Nam, what's going on, brother? Thank you for support. I'll be seeing you in the chats. So look, we're gonna get Patrick up in here. You know what I'm saying? King will be rolling through. And we're gonna have some fun. We got that Halo, the multiplayer, you know what I'm saying? So we hype, man. So we will see y'all in a bit. Be right back.
Testing.
Look, Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
sick of
going.
this.
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you
What I
doing?
wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep
sick of
that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you
What I
doing?
wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
sick of this.
going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless.
All right, the king is here. He wants to talk to y'all.
Yo, all right, so I want to give a shout out to everybody. Combat Talk was going to go up yesterday, but we had a lot of things happening in the realm, so that stuff could not happen. But let me tell you something. You had Lomachenko. Yeah, it was a tale of two fights. You had Lomachenko versus his comeback fight. It was short versus tall, and you had Gervonta Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. Notice how I didn't say Lomachenko's opponent. There's a reason why. All right, so you had short versus tall lead. You had Tank Davis going up 2 weight classes to fight the champion there, and you had Lomachenko staying in his weight class, fighting a nondescript. All right, so Lomachenko had an excuse for his loss, and apparently, he had a shoulder injury. The reason why he lost to Lopez. Anyway, in typical fashion, Lomachenko goes out and he wins his fight by TKO. Okay. On to the real fight. Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios goes in, and Mario Barrios does exactly what a champion is supposed to do. He fights this dude down, and Tank is fighting back. Tank comes from behind, gives him a TKO in the 11th round, and it is absolutely,
let me leave and join back in. I think I believe to actually change the audio settings.
We hear you. Can you hear us?
Amazing.
We hear you, brother. All right, continue.
He is utterly amazing. I got to give Tank much props because he fought the bigger, taller man in his weight class. He went up 2 weight classes to fight him, and it was something to be seen. Much respect on the young Mike Tyson. He has the most powerful punches in boxing today, pound for pound. You do not want to get in there with him, with that young champion. So he's a champion in the 2 divisions. God bless. We're going to get to this stuff a little bit later.
See y'all in a bit. I just want to give y'all the exclusive before we started. You know what I'm saying? Nick said he can always get his boxing MMA updates from King David. He don't need ESPN. Thank you. We'll see you in a bit. Lord Patrick has arrived, so we're going to should do some mic testing and we'll get started in a minute. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment. They call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals. All on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do
Don't
here.
stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Keep that going. Nah,
I'ma just chill and watch them and eat snacks in the attic. I wanted to chill with the pack and be like a young wolf, but then they would mistake me for addict. If I can imagine it's cool to give you some advice, then invite your girl to your squadron. Cause if you don't give her that option, you gon' be single player like Sovereign. You gon' get tossed in the bushes by King David. Royalty and not a pretender. Detrimental to an elemental, what's an avatar to a knee bender? I gotta be me though. I know it's my destiny, word to Cognito. Who cares if you fly, if you still a mosquito? You swear you ain't stuntin', but really be Steve-O. You like to collect stuff and that's cool, but I got bad news. Even if you really was that dude, King David still be the king of the statues. Since a juvenile, I've been cursed with a curse to be musical. And if you hate it, we'll meet in the crucible. Other than that, then it's cool and it's beautiful. We let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
Before we actually start, mic check. Talk to the people real quick. There we go. I see levels. That's good because we had a little issue before. We're gonna make
a little bit of levels.
A little bit of levels, exactly. And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast, LLC.
Oh, we're gonna put that in there.
Yes.
Comma LLC.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the Comma LLC edition.
Yes. And the Lords of Gaming.net, episode number 214. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm extremely excited about our special guest, and we've got 343 Industries, HaloInfinite multiplayer, Windows 11 with Xbox, and the latest XCloud server updates to discuss, so we go get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord whose contagious passion for the technical design of video games is only matched by his razor-sharp focus and getting to the heart of what we all enjoy, having fun while playing these games. Introducing the multiplayer system designer for the iconic Halo Infinite franchise and mission design contributor to Halo 5 Guardians. The pride of 343 and Xbox Game Studios. And still, one half of the most adorable Halo Destiny power couple in the game. Live from Washington and kind enough to make his debut into the realm of the Lords, my man, Lord Patrick Wren of 343 Industries. How are we doing, sir?
Good. I don't know how to respond to an intro like that. That was amazing.
I figured you liked that one.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? First of all, how you doing? And what's been going on in the world? I know you guys probably busy and everything with the crunch, but have you had a chance to even play any other video games?
Any other video games? Oh, here and there, especially like the last couple of weekends, making sure that, we take a break here and there, especially with the heat wave we have, trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was good, man. Glad you had some time to take out for us. And, man, we're looking forward to having you talking some Halo and all the thing that's going on with you. But before we do that, I want to get that over to Solve right quick because the Superchats are coming in and he has to set the rules of engagement here today. So get him.
First off, we have Tony Bryant with the $5 Super Chat. Congrats, Lords. Ready for a fantastic show. Thank you so much, my brother. Then we got Jigga J with the $5 Super Chat. Good morning, Lords. Excited for Halo. Let's get Sarah Bond on here as well. Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass.
Oh, they ready.
Then we have Flame with the $5 Super Chat. Good morning, Realm. And to the 343 Royalty, thank you. And to your team for the show on the 13th. Still emotional. Good luck. Thank you so much. Now, the disclaimer time, ladies and gentlemen. As Lord Wren's time is limited. Any super chats that come in, once we reach the interview portion of the show, we'll just hold on to the end of the show because obviously we want to respect his time. We have limited time, so we want to be able to talk to him as much as we can about Halo multiplayer. So thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. So you already know we got the 4 horsemen of gaming. Those original Lords of the Realm here at the round table with those updated time sensitive because Patrick has limited time intros. My co-host with the co-host, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of his own world, and the high of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict. How we doing, sir? He's in the bushes. So
He's in the bushes.
Yeah, we lost him. We lost him.
He's muted. Cameras off. Time. Hopefully, he probably had to step away for a second. He definitely would have done that. But we will get at it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 108. I had to get 108 real quick. What's good? Let's go. Shout out to Salvo on that staycation. You already know he gave me a little bit on that.
Yeah, the staycation that ain't happening.
That's not happening.
It's not happening.
We
No.
had to sneak that one. But of course, oh, there he is. He's back. Addict, you got your intro, but you get your comment.
Oh, my bad. I had to get something to drink. My throat's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
You good.
But appreciate Lord Patrick for coming on, man. We got a good show for you guys. I ain't gonna talk a whole lot this episode, so we're gonna leave it all on the King to do the interruptings per second.
King's interrupt per second was high last week. You know. He took your title.
Yeah, Ram was crazy.
Yeah, Ram was good. But anyway, and of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single-player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus, the Lord of Clarity and Patreon of the Iron Bank. Definitely yesterday. My man, Lord Sovereign. How are we doing, sir?
Doing well, gentlemen. Doing well. I just want to thank our amazing, our amazing chat and community for slandering me last week for wearing my Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah, they did look kind of crazy though, man.
Yeah, your astute older gentleman glasses.
My I can't see a damn thing glasses.
When wifey said, "What happened to Solve?"
I was seeing people in the chat be like, "I didn't know he was this blind."
No, they were going in on my bed.
I told you I was blind.
He does not lie to you.
So exactly. So now I found my reading glasses. So I have my contacts and my reading glasses on just to appease all of you. So thank you.
No, we appreciate that.
Doing well. Not much gaming this week. I did finish Castlevania on Netflix, which is amazing.
Yes.
And I finished Invincible as well. If you haven't watched Invincible yet, go watch
Look,
Invincible.
It's real good.
Yeah, very good.
Well, Patrick
I'm waiting.
Cosign.
I'm waiting for Deadly Sins tomorrow, so that's what I'm waiting for.
Yes, me too.
I caught Castlevania, but it didn't captivate me like the second season.
Really?
Did. Like that second season, man. I don't know why,
great.
but that second season.
Yeah, but we'll do this
Time.
later. Time.
Oh, no.
We'll do this later.
I thought we were having interrupts, sir.
I thought we was having
But you
time on
talking
everybody.
about something
Time
that
on
he cared
everybody.
about.
No
Thank you.
No doubt. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, a.k.a. the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The Prophet of Xbox. King of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing a whole lot better today. LLC, fantastic. Y'all already know KOS is up right there. Shout out to my man that sent me that statue. We'll talk about that later. That is one of my favorite statues.
What another surfer? What's going on?
No, that's not another surfer.
What's that over there?
That's the statue that I got from one of our great developer friends that we will not say on the show
we
right
will not
now.
say yes.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful statue. I love it. The reason why I'm talking so fast because time is sensitive.
Yes.
I've been playing Dragon's Quest. I am frustrated, but I did my raid. And shout out to the Ashen one, Ashen Luca.
Welcome to the clan.
Yeah, she got a chance to hang out with the king and realize that Button Down King is different from Button Up King.
This is Button Down King here on Island's podcast. Correct?
But we had a great time. She had a very smooth raid. We actually really play Destiny, people, and Outriders. I'm still doing carries, so if you need any help in Outriders, hit me up. I'll take you through. That's my time.
I'm gonna break.
Totally okay with other people.
You want me to read this?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Totally
break.
okay.
We gotta break rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read these last two. We got M&P $5 super chat. This round table is the ultimate Xbox achievement. Achievement unlocked. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And we have family, of course. Gaming Forte $5 super chat. So proud of you guys. First becoming official media, now a LLC. Love all the work you guys put in, and as always, hey King Boo Boo.
Hey Forte.
Hey King.
Hey Forte.
Okay.
So you might as well go ahead and grab that. one
The
real quick.
absolute last one,
Oh, yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Please,
Yes.
until later. Thank you. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it. KDK $5 super chat. I know Patrick is laughing like, yeah,
He's like,
right.
yeah, y'all said that already twice.
KDK $5 super chat. Happy Sunday, Lords. I always look forward to the Lord's Day. Thank you for the great time every week. Hashtag praise the Lord.
Thank you so much. We got 400 in the in the chat. Please hit that like, share it out right now. Listen, you're about to get some gems from 343.
Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, y'all waited for this. Y'all all excited for this. Share that out to your friends.
Yes.
Wake him up right now, because if he's asleep, he needs to be up watching.
Yeah, Lord Patrick's here, man, taking time out of his day. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. I'll make it quick. Shout out to Ebontis. Shout out to The Last Word. Friday was amazing. We had the incredible Mesa Sean in the building. Great Destiny discussions. Get all your Destiny needs from The Last Word. It was a fun one, some strong Warlock talk. Other than that, what else? Chivalry 2, been doing that, and still on my Mass Effect grind. But that is all. So now that we've gotten into what the Lords have been playing, I want to focus on Lord Patrick, man. His video game system history, his tremendous games history experience, industry experience, and of course what led him to Halo, one of the most iconic franchises in gaming history, as well as the hottest multiplayer reveal that has taken the internet by storm. But first, Lord Patrick, let's start from the very beginning. What was some of the first video game systems you had, and what got you into gaming?
Let's see. The very first video game system I had, I believe, was the Sega Game Gear.
Wow.
Yeah.
First Game Gear reference.
As Addict checks out. He's like,
Your Addict face got, he's like, here we go with this old man talk.
Like when it comes to consoles I don't know anything about and I never played, it just goes to one. I don't even hear them.
I just like the face you make when you don't know what you're talking about.
So the Game Gear. All right. So at that time, Nintendo was right.
I don't need a play-by-play on what it was. And then I can totally Google that if I wanted to figure that out.
You don't want the history?
It's crazy. But anyway, so what made you make that choice? Was it the color black lit screen? What was it? Was it the feel of it? What was it?
So luckily, like my dad was pretty into tech stuff, and for him, he was just like, he saw the Game Boy and the Game Gear, and he's like, oh no, the Game Gear is way cooler because of like color, having that backlit, the color, like as a machine at the time, it was definitely ahead of its time, right?
Yes,
absolutely. Although you went through AA batteries like nobody's business.
Lightning. I mean, like, like most of us, we played tethered to the wall.
No doubt. Real quickly, any Game Gear standouts? Any specific titles?
Oh, I mean, like this. Was it Sonic 2 that was on the Game Gear, right? It's been a long time.
Rage. They had all the marquee games that were there. That was the enticing part to it, because if you had a Sega console, the Sega Game Gear tried to emulate those games onto the Sega Game Gear, and they did it in a well fashion. And like the biggest problem with the Game Gear and the Nintendo handheld had the advantage on was battery life.
The battery life and the color. So you went for Game Gear was the first, and then what did you kind of progress to as far as all those other systems you had?
Oh man, we're gonna go through that whole history. I started as a Sega kid. So I got the Sega Genesis. After that was my first home console. Then switched over to the N64.
Wow.
So
Look at Addict's face. He's like,
Addict perked up.
Went from N64, but then back to Sega to the Dreamcast.
Oh, put your hands together.
Let's go.
He on to something now.
Yeah, I love that console.
Yeah, so I had the Dreamcast and the GameCube for a while there.
All right, okay, question. I want to bring it right back to the game, Dreamcast. All right, so we all know on the Nintendo, you probably got Mario in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody. Probably the greatest platformer for a launch console. Question. For the Dreamcast, being that the Dreamcast library had 22 titles at launch, that was absolutely amazing. How many of those titles did you walk home with on day one? Did you get day one, or did you get a little bit later?
Good question.
Not quite day one. It was a Christmas gift.
Okay.
It was Sonic Adventure, Jet Grind, and what was the other one?
Ready to Rumble?
It wasn't Ready to Rumble.
Sorry, kid, you're boxing.
What else?
Sorry about that.
Stop leading the witness. But you're boxing.
Hydro Thunder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely Hydro Thunder. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that machine was incredible for its time.
Amazing.
Another
Really
hallmark in gaming. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. So you went to GameCube next?
Continue, sir.
Yeah. And then that's after those is when I made the switch to Xbox. Got Knights of the Old Republic is the game that pulled me over.
Revin, yes, Revin. Yes. One of the best RPGs smoking on Xbox. All right, question again.
Yep, let's go.
Being that you got to the Xbox now, what was your standouts on the OG Xbox that you got besides the Knights of the Old Republic? Because I know that probably was like a real high watermark for you.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Original Halo, yes.
So I started with Halo 2. Actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I started with Halo 2, then eventually went back to Halo 1. I mean, during that time, it was like Crimson Skies. Man, you're making me like try and go way deep into my game history. I'm like, wait, what did I get during that time?
Mech Assault, probably.
Mech Assault was good, yeah. So.
All right, okay. Cool, all right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going.
And then obviously went to the Xbox 360. Gotta love it. Then
no PlayStation love in between here.
So then I got the PS3.
Okay, all right.
Let me back you up. So the PlayStation 3 was your introduction to the Sony ecosystem, as far as your first owned Sony console.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, did you get a chance to play at your friend's house or anything like that? Oh, okay. So
I played PlayStation games. I just never had one. So PS3 is my introduction. Got a Metal Gear Solid 4 with that.
Question: did you get the fat Foreman grill one?
Oh yeah, with only like 40 gigs of hard drive.
Yes. But that one's worth like $500 now.
No, it's actually worth more than that if you have the one that can play the PlayStation, all the back compat stuff.
It had back compat as part of it.
I got the one right after the back compat one. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
just missed it.
But still had the Foreman grill with the Spider-Man logo.
Oh yeah,
it was nice. It was nice.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Man. And then from there, like I said, so then from there, pretty much every system on, or just
Yeah. Basically, like, forgot I skipped the Wii. I didn't get the Wii U.
Not a lot of people did either.
Not a lot of people did. Then Xbox One, PS4, and everything Switch, and all the current gen. Yeah,
tremendous history, man. Loving to hear that OG game talk. We love to hear that.
I also got I skipped handhelds. I got all the Game Boys after that as well.
Okay. That Game Boy Advance was a difference, right?
Yeah. Actually, though, here's a weird console.
Let's go.
The Sega Nomad. Anyone know?
Let's go! Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
You're in the right place, sir. You're in the right place.
You got 3 people here who had that monstrosity of a machine that actually sucked more battery juice than the game.
But listen, the novelty of putting the Genesis cartridge straight in.
Oh my god.
Was mind-blowing for its time. I also want to shout out to my boy John Linneman from Digital Foundry, who we've had on the run before. We got to get you back on, sir. He had an amazing video series on the Nomad. And
I'm gonna have to check that out.
You got to check it out.
Let me ask you a question. Did you get a chance to build Devastator? Did you put the Sonic
the Tower of Power,
the Sega Tower of Power?
Oh yes. He had to.
I think that was everybody's fixation once they got a Nomad. How tall can it go?
we could talk these OG talks, but we gotta move forward.
Yes,
gotta move forward because this will be another hour just talking OG stuff. So I gotta briefly discuss your journey prior to 343, and you know what I'm saying, from I believe Lucas Arts, you got some history there. Even got some GameStop history, which also surprised me too. So just give us a background just on the lead up to the greatness.
GameStop was one of those things in college. It's like, November holiday hire, worked there for a bit. But then, I was applying to internships and luckily got an internship at LucasArts, which was mind blowing at the time. That was a dream come true moment back then. I was I got that letter. I'm like, what is happening? No, this is crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did a summer internship with them, and luckily that turned into a job, which was wild. It was an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm.
We were making a really cool game, not 1313.
I was about to ask. Yeah, good.
So we were making a shooter that I think would have appealed to a lot of people in this room. And then obviously we got shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then I interviewed at a few places, including 343, and they were like, "Oh, hey, we have this like role on the campaign team. Do you want to come on over?" I'm like, "Of course."
Yes,
nice.
So up until that point, you have played already all the Halos up until that point. Before you got the call then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's get to that. Let's get to that.
You know what I'm saying? Get to that 343. And like also just real briefly, Halo. Initially, when you got there, it was Halo 5, the campaign aspect, right? So can you tell the run briefly, like what you did on Halo 5?
Yeah. So I got hired on as a role called the props coordinator, and what that means is like when obviously there's a lot of different parts in Halo, and what I handled with the team was like all of the props that animated, reacted to physics, exploded, got damaged, interactables. I am so grateful that was my first job at 343 because it really allowed me to like learn so much about the engine and all the different parts that I was able to just really dive in, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And so like because of that, they're like, "Oh, we need someone to like prototype like some bigger moments in the campaign. Like, can you do that?" And so like I prototyped a few. I prototyped the Guardian run, running down the side of the Guardian.
Okay.
Excuse me. For anybody that's not well versed in the terminology of prototype, what does prototyping mean?
Yeah, so prototyping is basically getting something in engine that proves an idea and answers questions. Because there's a lot of prototypes that obviously like do a prototype, it works and all of that, but it answers the question of like sometimes like, yeah, this isn't what's right as well. So not all prototypes move forward. It's really a very quick thing to answer a question of like, okay, what are we trying to do? Like, does this like are the goals like met, all that type of stuff. So so like we were trying to solve like, all right, what kind of big moments are we gonna have? There's a few others as well that obviously didn't make it through.
Right.
Yeah. And so like that one and like figuring out how to do like the space elevator. And so the space, because of that, like at the time, there's a lot more missions because you always go through cuts throughout production, but they're like, "Hey, do you want to take over this space elevator mission? You obviously know what you do." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." So
nice.
Yeah.
so they seen your experience, they seen exactly how good you were working, and they just started giving you more work like every other boss does.
Exactly.
So the more work as you show your talents, they send you more stuff down the pipeline, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Would love to hear that kind of stuff and the progression, obviously being before, Halo Infinite. A lot of people didn't realize that.
Yes.
But as my boy Lord Sav would say, we got to get to the reason why we are here.
Yes.
That amazing trailer. So we gonna get that kicked out right now.
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight. Together, we are unstoppable. Are you ready?
base. Ordnance drop inbound. The flag is ours. Please haul ass at your earliest convenience. Now, show me what you can do.
Hot mic. We back.
All right, we back. Still loving it. Still loving it.
We just talking all through the trailer, man. But
Yes,
salute.
yes.
So Lord Patrick, after all that incredible Halo Infinite goodness that we just saw, you know what I'm saying? We obviously want to do a brief Q&A with you in reference to the things shown in the Infinite Sandbox trailer, the multiplayer reveal trailer shown at E3. So like, as a developer who worked on Guardians, obviously, like, what do you, Halo 5 Guardians, what do you think stands out the most between then as far as the feel of the game and Infinite, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think, you know, Halo 5, like, you is really like, you know, you're a fighter jet in the armor, right? You know, you had like your thrusters and your ground pound, and you know, is really about where the goal that we're trying to do with Halo Infinite is like, you know, the armor was a extension of the player of what to do. You know, with Halo Infinite, you know, we were looking at a lot of, you know, what was kind of the history of Halo. You know, how do we modernize the legacy a bit more, as you know, some people talked about. And so it was really about you know, finding what we felt was the right kind of knobs to turn for like modernizing Halo.
Awesome. And then, hold on one second. I'm gonna follow up. I just want to say, you know, the other thing is, you know, obviously, you know, with your role as far as the multiplayer system designer, and you know, I want to know specifically if you could tell Rum about the Pelican systems and the new personal AI that we seem to assign to us, you know what I'm saying, that each individual Spartan seems to have in this trailer, because there's going to be another iconic voice besides Jeff Sticer, sir. What's going on with this AI and Pelican systems? I got to know that. I had to.
Yeah, I mean, the personal AI, we're really excited about it. It's something that, you know, the team has been wanting to do for a while, because we're all about player expression and like putting you as the Spartan, right? So it's really cool. There's going to be a lot of fun voices that I think everyone's going to argue what their favorites are. You know, you heard Erika Ishii is Lumu, but can't talk too much more.
Can't
about,
get
like,
that exclusive on it.
No, I can't do that. I think once people.
We don't got Samuel Jackson voice in there.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire.
That'd be open.
It would be fire.
Samuel Jackson.
From a personal opinion, that would be fire.
Yes, that would be fire. And yo king. Sergeant Johnson, man.
Making a comeback.
You know what? Just let's
I don't know. You know what's funny too? Like, I liked how you guys have, you know, you picked certain things in the game, and you've added things that's like the possibilities are endless that you could do. Like, you can literally bring other voices from other like Microsoft games into it. Like, you could have Marcus talking from Gear.
Like, you can do a lot of stuff with it. I think the whole Infinite title is going to transcend into the game and the thought process going. And I think that was like a bullet point on the board. So seeing the multiplayer, the infinite possibilities. My question for you was, and I thought about this when we knew that you were coming on. I really thought about this all week, and I thought that Infinite spread to the character customizations. What I want to know is, and because the AI that could be yours and yours only, like everybody in your fire team won't have your same voice AI, right? My question is, was customization per character making that Spartan your own, like one of the main goals when you guys was putting together, the multiplayer, being from the multiplayer aspect of it?
Since I'm focused more on like modes and systems, I can't talk like a ton to that, but like like as
that's
a
from
goal,
what they showed.
But yeah, as like a goal, like we want like this Spartan to like be the ultimate expression of the player. That's why we're going so hard into customization, because we want every player, no matter who you are. Like the thing that I'm most excited about that we showed is like all the different limb types that you can do. Like you can just do the hand, you can do the full arm.
Yes.
We wanted every player, no matter who you are, to like have a reflection of who you are in the game.
That's what
I was gonna say, what's next now, right? You add that anime factor where you can just extend the limb and grab someone's neck.
We got the grappling hook for that, sir.
Yes,
man, we can have both.
What I noticed is, and the only reason why I said it, because I was looking at all the Spartans. I probably watched this in half speed, and I watched this thing like probably 500 times, and I watched it in half speed. But I've noticed like it was like every Spartan was almost completely different in some form of faction, even if they have like decals or whatever they had, and it seems like it was like personalized. But then when we got to the samurai looking one, who actually grabbed the sword and cut him through that's probably I'm still getting goosebumps. That was like the highlight. And that's why I asked that question. Yeah, and I know you weren't like in that area, but I thought it was like probably a bullet point.
Definitely was. Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question.
Let's go.
All right. Now, obviously, when it comes to the Halo community, we got some real, like, I wouldn't say like complicated people, because I consider myself complicated. All right. So like, how is it working on a game that's so beloved that the littlest thing you can do can upset thousands to hundreds of thousands of people? Because like being myself, like I've always been like one of those middle ground people that I can accept change, and then there's obviously the Halo fan that they don't want a whole lot of change, they want the pure core. Like, how is it as a team to work around that, to have that mentality? It's like, we got to do this right because we have a fan base that will get us if we do it wrong.
Great question.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where no matter what we do, we're not going to be able to please everyone, right? So like the way that we go about it is, this is a Halo game, right? This is a Halo ass Halo game.
Absolute.
But games have changed a lot over time. There's tons of different things. So like we look at like what we think will bring it all together to make the best Halo game possible. And one of the ways that we're doing this is like through the Academy. We got 20 years of Halo, and with free to play, we want to bring new people in, right? And like it was a huge thing really early on of like how can we introduce players into this world, in this game, in a much better way than we've done in the past. And like I'm really excited about the Academy. There's a lot of awesome stuff in there.
No, I mean, just to double down on what Attic is saying, and Sav, I'll get you in a minute. I just want to double down on some great points that Attic made. Obviously in reference to the community, trying to respect the community, but at the same time push it forward, because obviously we see some things initially in the trailer, as far as like it appears, correct me if I'm wrong, like sprinting while shooting and reloading. We seen I didn't see thrust necessarily, but maybe thrust as an equipment. So you also have okay, is that correct? I didn't know.
I said who knows?
Who knows? Okay, okay. I see what you're doing. So I'll talk for you. So what that, and then the other thing, obviously the grappling hook, huge thing as far as traversal. It seemed like it appears to be earned. You can hijack with the grapple. That looks crazy. But one of the things I like from a PvP standpoint is and I believe Destiny starts to do it, is that if you have this equipment and you get killed, it drops for the next person. And I think that adds a whole new layer, to the dynamic of using the equipment, making sure you use it, because
you don't use that. you want to use that overshield before you go into any type of engagement, because if you go into an engagement and you're like 2v2ing and when you get clapped off and someone jumps up and grabs it and they use the overshield, now it's going to be a 1v, pretty much a 2v4 because they got two shields. Like, let me ask you a question real quick about that, because I actually had that. When it comes to how you use weapons, I don't know if you can answer this, but is there, like, when you use an overcharge or anything like that, is there a certain, like, you just don't pop it immediately, right? Like, there is a second where there's like a delay. Yeah. Like, okay, I thought so. Because, like, to me, it's like, I don't want that scenario where I go up on someone and someone just grabs an overshield and just pops that shit immediately. And then it's just like, I lose the engagement because I couldn't get to it first. Like,
yeah, if you look at the multiplayer overview, the third person, actually both shots, like, you see like how long it takes to pop that overshield. So there's definitely some time that is like
a little window.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll get in there. I know you had some stuff you want to ask.
Yeah, I mean, for me, just the idea of you guys now making a free-to-play game, right? How does
he took my turn?
How does that? How does that change your approach to what a Halo game is? Because it would be it's the first one, right? So, are we? And a couple of interesting things that I've seen so far is you guys have sort of been talking about how it's your Spartan. You're gonna have this narrative through line with your Spartan throughout the story of the multiplayer mode. So it's like I look at that and I'm like, I look at Fortnite and its success, and a lot of it comes from the fact that that there's a narrative through line to that world where it feels literally alive, right? Yeah. You have so many people engaging with it on a daily basis. It is a living world, and you guys are sort of the puppeteers there, where you can drop things in and out. You can, you can blow the world up. It's a Halo ring. Like, you can blow the world up. Are these the types of things you guys are thinking about? No, you can't say, but when you think about how does this game last for so long, right? You want this game to be a living, infinite, quote unquote, infinite thing. Yep. Is that the type of stuff you guys look at in terms of how do we create a narrative around this multiplayer experience of Halo?
I mean, we look at a lot of different things, right? Like, we're all playing all types of games all the time. We're paying attention to what everything's doing. But however we do things in the future, like, it's going to be what we think is best for Halo, right? We're not, we're a team that, gets inspired by things, but we want to make sure at the end of the day, it's what is an awesome Halo experience.
Right. No, absolutely.
So one more thing in terms of when you talk about, like, maintaining that idea of the 30 seconds of fun, right? And having these bigger environments. What have you guys done in terms of the environments to sort of ensure that those sort of mini engagements happen and people don't end up by themselves in a big area?
Our level designers are awesome. They're like, two of our level designers come from the Forge community. Like, our lead level designer is amazing. Has been in the industry for a long time at a lot of big studios. Like, they've done an amazing job. I think you've seen some amazing levels already from the trailer.
Some reach stuff too.
So some levels that seem like they have, like, there's multiple points of elevation and just a lot of sneaky places to be in.
There's a lot of they've done a great job of how all the spaces connect with one another to give different play styles, different, strengths and weaknesses. So I think people are going to be really excited when they play the levels.
And one last one.
I
gotta get my questions now.
Get ready.
Then I'll leave y'all alone.
All right.
So I know you can't say specifically, but our chat wants to know.
Okay.
Are there possibilities of collaborations with other? I know Attic mentioned it too. Other Xbox properties, that collaboration.
Leave
Is
it
there
to
a
Saul
possibility
to,
for that?
leave it to Saul to ask questions. He's literally saying, "I can't comment on that."
But if Lord Patrick wants to,
to elaborate on
Oh
it.
my gosh, man!
Tell him,
And it's not. You already kind of asked that, Addict. So don't come
tell
down
him
on
it's
me.
infinite. The
No,
possibility
I
is
never
infinite.
came out and said, "Hey, Patrick, is there any chance that we collaborate?"
time, let
on
Patrick
other
answer this.
platforms?
I just fixed your question. That's all.
Yeah, obviously I can't
Right.
say one way or the other. Like the one thing, like I'll say when it comes to questions like this, like for someone from my level, it's always interesting because people are like, why can this person not answer? Like we're a big team with a bunch of different people who handle different stuff. So even if I like answered it in a way I think is genuine, right?
Yeah.
There's someone else who might know way more than I do, and I might answer it incorrectly without even knowing it, even if I think I'm answering it correctly, right? So those are, like, I think, this is more of kind of a education for viewers too. It's just like, like there are certain things like I know about with stuff in our game with like different sandbox stuff or campaign and things like that, but like I don't feel like I'm the person to answer those questions because I'm even my information might be outdated.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
You're perfectly fine. Saul does this every time we have someone on here.
Thank you very much.
I do have a question. I don't know if you can answer this because a lot of people in the chat are asking it. It just is there. I don't think is there a possibility of assassination showing back up? It's been like 8 super chats on this one thing.
Yeah, they've been going crazy with that.
I can't comment.
I didn't even know assassinations was this important.
Yeah, people are going crazy about
People love that.
Yeah,
no, I turned that shit off because I'm just gonna get myself killed.
Sunday language.
But
all right.
So,
all right, I just want to get this question.
Yes, please.
Look, man. I tried, man. I tried.
All right.
So did I. Thank you.
All right. Being that I already knew none of that stuff was gonna work, all right. We all know that if wherever you engaged in Halo and you had different ideas of what it meant to you for the multiplayer. For us, from us original guys that were playing on multiple television, linked up in the house, everybody quarantined by us. We was quarantining before it was time, right? And we did it officially every Saturday. My question is, we had iconic boards, right? And this is what I thought like left after a period of time when I was playing multiplayer on Halo. Are we going to get back to those when the name pops up at the bottom, like you see Blood Gulch? Are you guys really getting iconic boards together? And is that a focal point on trying to not regurgitate the old boards, but make new boards iconic to get to other people's favorite? Do you have like a favorite when you play? Because I'm pretty sure that y'all got testers and stuff like that you're working on.
Wait, what do you mean by boards? I actually don't.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So like on the battlefield, the multiplayer battlefield. So when Blood Gulch, let's say all of us is playing, right, and it'll randomize it, and we're hanging high, right. So you have a group that's really good at hang them high, get real excited, and they know they're going to get the pistol and they're going to get the shotgun because the quarters is tight, right. And if you got Blood Gulch, you know that all right. Solve is going to run to his sniper spot. You already know that the cover is going to be right. So this is what I'm talking about. Like everybody will have their favorites in their house, and they will their skills will show on these boards. Are you bringing back that favorite feel for certain boards?
Yeah, I think so. Right. I think our sandbox team is been really focused on making sure that like every weapon and equipment and grenade has its place for each player, right? I think what people are going to see with Infinite is like, every time you see a weapon on a weapon rack, depending on where you are, it's like, okay, what choice am I going to make? Is this what I want to pick up, or am I going to go buy? Like, I think in the overview trailer, there's a really great shot of like the tower on live fire.
Yes.
And I think that's gonna, some people are gonna love that spot with their favorite sniper type weapon. Other people won't, right? So I think there'll definitely be that feeling of when people are playing.
All right, so now what I'm getting is, okay, so now that I'm understanding now is a persistent word, because when I said boards, he was like, boards.
Yeah, well, you use old school terminology. You mean maps.
Right. Yes.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, he uses old school terminology.
Wait, I'm using old school terminology.
And you're definitely getting roasted in the chat.
Yeah, they killing you in the chat. They like, we know King old. He said boards.
Yeah, well, listen, they all understood what I was talking about.
Except the level designers.
Yeah, and that's why I asked. Like, I didn't understand or the prototyping was.
Yeah, because I got to go after you.
Question, in terms of like your I'm curious on like right now with because I know obviously you guys have internal testing with the PvP, like what to you is like your favorite go-to currently right now in your testing?
Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. Because also like it depends on if it's BTB or arena, right?
Okay. The returning BTB.
Yeah, the returning BTB. It's probably.
He don't want to give away his strategy to the team.
Feel free to break NDA, sir. It's no problem. You're amongst friends.
Like Live Fire, I think, is a really good map, and then Behemoth, what you saw, the desert map, like they're both very, very different type maps, but they're both so good.
What about like obviously the grappling hook is in here. Have you seen a lot of unique plays that you can make with that equipment?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't. Obviously, I've never been good with a sniper, but when I saw in that trailer someone sniped the roof. And they grapple hooked the roof and I saw that no scope sniper shot from halfway across the map. I was done with life.
No. Yeah, listen, you guys got so much going on, between the physics base, throwing the grenade, seeing the what you call the blade come to you. Obviously the grapple hook, with the traversal and stuff like that. You got so much going on. And then to your point, or to Saul's point, which is you got the free-to-pay model, right? So you got this huge influx now. PC also, you know what I'm saying? You got all this base and big team battle. Out of all these insane things you guys are adding, like, in your opinion, like, what are the things that are really, like, that you think players are not truly ready, or some of your favorite things to experience that people are going to go absolutely bonkers when they actually play this game?
Oh man,
ricochet shot.
Oh yeah, that bank shot. There's some fun weapons. I think like the fact that free to play is like gonna just open the floodgates that we talked about. Like I can't wait for everyone just to be playing Halo on that day one, right? And just jumping into an arena match and being like, "Oh, this is modern Halo. Like this is modern Halo." Like, and I think when players start like playing with the equipment, some stuff will be pretty straightforward, and then other stuff they'll be like, okay, this is neat, and then they'll see someone do something with an equipment they've never seen before, and then it'll be like, whoa, what I could do that.
You know what's funny? Nice. I was like last week's age when I found out in the original Halos that you can come like with a power lift, you can power lift a bubble in the air. Never knew that till last week. Like,
bro, you know what drove me crazy? Just seeing the repulsor and them, besides the reflection of bullets, that's insane.
Yes.
Like, when we saw that on the trailer, live ILP reaction, we're like, yo, he just shot bullet. We're going crazy, right? So we got that.
Hey, you want to know something crazy? I didn't know you could even reflect the plasma pistol shot. That's just how that's how in depth like some of this equipment is. Like it's just integrated with all our systems.
You know what it was, man? They got tired of you give them that smoke during those internal testing. It's like put it. You can reflect that. Listen, I gotta get that.
That is super impressive. But another thing I'm seeing, if you look back, if you really break it down, using the repulsor, looking down on the ground, and then boosting up to get higher elevation on a board. Like, you guys are changing this sandbox into these very interesting, cool ways. And to King's point, about player expression, customization, I'll be honest. You know, as an old school guy, I understand the importance of red and blue, and I get it.
Right.
But as a newer PvP kind of guy, I like having the individual color, and I like having that individual expression. And you guys broke away and are actually doing that, including like the stances and could you like talk to me about like the decision? Because I know a lot of the hardcore Halo community, they're like red, blue, but us, you know, we like some of that modern stuff you guys are adding. Can you talk about that?
A little bit. Like the decision to like do your own Spartan colors was really early on in the project. Like the one thing that I've heard is like, oh, it's just to sell customizations, right? But it's not actually. Like we just as a team, like, no, we want to be able to show off customization, period. Right? Obviously with free to play, there's going to be, you know, paid cosmetics and things like that, but that wasn't the driving goal. Like it was a very holistic goal of like, this is what we want, you know, Halo Infinite multiplayer to be. We want you to see your Spartan. And yeah, it has not been an easy thing because red versus blue obviously like is an iconic part of Halo as well. But like I think you know, we're, you know, in the final days polishing things up. I think people will be really excited when they are able to see all like you saw the lineup of Spartans, that lineup shot, right?
Yeah, that lineup shot and all the different,
beautiful.
Get out of
here. I think once you start like really playing with seeing all these Spartans in game, and you're just like, oh, there's Keen Spartan right there. Like, I'm gonna shoot him in the face. So
well, if I have that overshield, you won't.
Yeah. So like, you know, it's gonna be like you're really gonna know like who you're going up against.
Yes.
You know, now.
That's fine. And before I pass it,
that's what I want.
I got it. I know, like we talked about a lot of specific things that we know specifically you can't always answer. But I guess my question in reference to these things, you know, assassinations, all the stuff we're asking you, like, are things still fluid in the sandbox coming down to the wire, as far as decisions as whether they're going to be added or not, sandbox stuff?
No, I mean we're in a phase that's polish and bug fixing. Like we're finalizing the game. You know, we're just bringing it all together, you know, to really make it as polished as possible for launch, right? You know, at some point you got to be pencils down. It's like, nope, you can't add anything else. No matter how much you want to.
No more feature creep.
No feature creep.
Everyone's like, let's just air out. Let's cross all our T's, dot all our I's. We don't want to add a T over here. There's too many T's over here. Like,
and just remember, like, this is unlike previous Halos. Like, you saw a little bit of it in Halo 5. It's like, this is just the beginning, right?
Yes.
You know, there's gonna be, you know, we're gonna start out with season 1, you know, as we launch, and then there's gonna be more stuff to see.
What I really like that you guys did is how you're approaching the season pass. Like, because I'm hoping that you put this pressure on these other companies. I'm looking at Destiny.
Looking at Destiny.
Because I don't like the fact that, like, you know what's funny? You guys showed me something I needed. I didn't know I needed.
Right.
Like, I always had that mentality. If I don't finish the season pass, then I'm just out of luck. Like, I should have finished it. But then when you guys are over there, like, you guys paid for it, you should have access to it every time. I'm like, you know what? 343, you're right. Where you at, Bungie?
well, I feel this, right? As a premium content dude, right? And I hope, this is a hope, and I know you're not going to answer this. I'm just putting it out there because I hope they're watching and I hope they're listening. I hope that there's a part where I could buy some exclusive gear that nobody else can have unless they have cash. Right? So,
NFTs, you want Halo NFTs?
Yeah, but I don't want it to affect gameplay. I just want it to be purely cosmetic, and I want them to know, oh, he has money.
So just to clarify,
if Halo sold NFTs, the game would tank in a month.
Just to clarify, King. Yeah. You have no problem buying microtransactions, but new games is off the table.
Okay, I like to have the cool metal hat that has the wings on the side that look like the Flash. Yeah. It doesn't affect no gameplay. It doesn't but I paid my $5 for that, sir, and I am premium on that stage.
Lord Patrick, is there any hope that King will be appeased by being able to play a premium price for an exclusive skin?
It doesn't affect gameplay. It doesn't affect gameplay. Why can't I not have this?
They might let you make your own, right?
So out of curiosity, King, what is the ideal for you Well, what do you want to buy on that store? I'm curious.
Okay,
What is King want to walk around as on Halo Infinite?
Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius.
Oh
my God! Listen, to actually have on a Roman suit, like running around over my Spartan gear. What are you crazy? Of course I'll do that.
We gotta get Lord Patrick answer.
No, hold on. I'm sorry. We got to address this. You want to roam around the world of Halo Infinite as Phil Spencer?
No. In Roman gear. But you can say it's the Phil package.
Okay.
Right?
All right. To King's point, we gotta let Patrick answer. But to King's point, you know, I hear him with his Roman package. We got a samurai package, right? I ain't gonna lie, Addict. I would like a ninja package. So Lord Patrick, if you could send this to the higher.
I don't like how that sounds. The ninja package.
Look, I like an exclusive suit, but we don't want to get too crazy with microtransactions. But to your point, Patrick, what do you think about these?
The things we'll talk about with cosmetics, there's two things. Like one, like, you know, everything paid, it's all cosmetic, right? No matter like what you're paying for, it's going to be cosmetic. We're not changing gameplay. You know, we talked about that in the overview.
Oh, so I can't buy aim assist?
No.
And then like the exciting thing about like the samurai armor, it's an event armor, right? So there's going to be it's going to be free. You're gonna have to play the event to earn it. So we're, you know, our you know, customization team is really into making sure that players can still earn a lot of things in game. So
no doubt.
I really respect that too, Patrick, because like you guys are doing that season pass thing, and like whatever you get from the season pass, you can't buy. And I really like that because I don't like the fact that like certain things that you get in other games. Like 6 months later, we're gonna put that in the store. We're gonna put it $20. So then it kind of it devalues all that grind you did.
I respect that part too, but you gotta also respect the player that
I don't respect.
I work all the time.
I don't respect you coming in. I don't respect you coming to the back end and be like, yo,
listen to me. Let's say you have the time to game and grind, right? And you got a chance to finish the season pass. Let's just say there's just some cosmetic stuff that
how many hours have you putting out?
But don't worry about me.
No. We ain't gonna sit here and act like you
time on argument.
All right.
And let's get to
I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
I don't have the time. Let's just say there's something in the store that will always be in the store that's available to everybody. But I can look at, you know, special too. I want to look special too. so I just want, you know, I just hope they're listening.
King, you look special. I promise you look special.
That's all I want.
Well, look. The cool thing is this is to Addict's point, right? Is that, you know, with these kind of battle passes and seasonal structures, you know, Solve could attest to this. I think would appreciate this. Is usually a lot of them create this manufactured FOMO, right?
Right.
So it's like, damn, if I didn't play the current season with a samurai suit, right, I'm gonna miss out. But what I like that it appears that you guys are doing, you confirm if I'm incorrect, correct me, Lord Patrick, is that, you know, if you missed, right, you still can go back and play that seasonal track if you have it to get that item, as opposed to, damn, I missed it, it's gone forever, there's no way I can get it. Is that the case? Just for the confirmation?
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And also, if you're starting like season 4, like you come into Halo Infinite season 4, like you can buy that season 1 battle pass.
Yeah, so pretty much like what I like what they're doing in that, it's like, look, like you can have that. Remember, like all these like cosmetics that's in Destiny COG, that's like the emote.
Yes.
We can't get none of that stuff.
Yeah, you're gone.
What I like about Halo is like, let's say that John, my friend John, my friend Big Bad John, you know, he probably ain't gonna play for a little bit, but when I talk him into playing Infinite, he comes in at like season 5, 6, and he's like, yo, where'd you get that? And I'm like, you gotta go buy the older ones. And he has no problem putting in the time, but no one else is giving them that. I don't think there's another game that's done that.
And I love that. That's my whole aspect of it, you know, because a lot of times you see somebody do something that you didn't have access to and you can't never get it. And you know, it kind of frustrates the player that's there. But the fact that you guys heard it, understand it, and has addressed it very early on, that if you missed something that you didn't get in season 1, you're able to get it in season 2 and go back. I mean, well, get it from season 1 if you're in season 2 and go back and purchase season 1. I think that's phenomenal. Absolutely. Especially, I think Game Pass lends to that, because what I'm understanding is in Game Pass, all first party games is going to be there. Whenever you jump into that ecosystem, you jump into that ecosystem and you're going to engage just like the person that's been there all the time, and you're the new guy just getting there, so you're able to get the season pass from day one when you start. That's beautiful.
No, absolutely. That again, all this is I love what they're doing with engagement. Like, you know, just I love what you guys are doing, just keeping everybody around, and you know, not that FOMO stuff. Obviously, free to play multiplayer, huge.
That's
all
crazy.
These platforms, huge cross play, cross progression, right?
Yep.
And you know, quick technical question again. If you can't answer, it's fine. But the realm is beating me up if I don't even ask. Ray tracing, and FidelityFX. I'm assuming Fidelity no, but ray tracing, maybe.
I can't say either way.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Our tech team's always working on different things. So for the engine, like even still now, even though we're finishing, like again, start of a journey, right? So they're looking at, you know, what kind of things we want to do in the future.
Right.
Absolutely, no doubt. So here's another question: as 343 as a studio, right? And now I gotta be honest, Lord Patrick. You know what I'm saying? We would be capping, as the kids say, if we did not be honest. You know, as far as, you know, last E3, right? And the reception. I know that wasn't your team specifically. Your multiplayer as far as Infinite, but you know, obviously it was critical feedback. We saw the memes. We saw some negative, you know, reception initially. So, despite the internet saying that we're not supposed to like it, for the record, the Lords watched it and enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, I loved it.
We thought it looked great. We thought it was the spirit of Halo Combat Evolved. We like what I saw. But what I wanted to ask you was the feel and the culture of the studio at that time to now. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you guys showed this multiplayer trailer and everybody's like, oh my God, like they're back. Everybody's back on. So what was the feel in the culture studio 343 at that time, maybe at the quote unquote lowest, versus now?
I mean, like, even though like it wasn't my team, like like you said, like, but at the same time, we're still one Halo game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like it was unfortunate. Like, you know, there was a few missteps that, you know, different blogs have talked about. You know, we didn't get exactly to where we needed to, and you know, the best thing that happened was, you know, leadership is like, okay, we need to take more time. You know, like we aren't going to rush this product. We're going to make sure people get the time they need. So like, even though it was like a hard moment, like it was also, I think, a good moment for the studio of self-reflection. And I think this year, both with the campaign stuff and with our stuff, like you see like the results of that, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. The reception was beautiful. It's like the comeback kid story. I mean, everyone's talking Halo again. The energy is up. I'm loving it. And I want to transition perfectly into the next question, which is, because you mentioned, you know, leadership and kind of that self-reflection moment, right? Kind of looking at it, even, again, both teams. Because you got 343 as a unit. Even though you're multiplayer, there's campaigns, that you guys are a unit. So if one team feels it, this affects the whole squad.
Oh, yeah.
So what I want to ask is about the legend. I call him the legend. Joseph Staten. And you know what I'm saying? As obviously I'm a huge Bungie fan, so you know, seeing him being brought back onto the project, I wanted to ask you like his impact with his experience of being brought in, and like obviously in the later stages of the project, and like you know, how excited are you as far as working with him and just with the future of Halo Infinite now that he's on board?
I mean, Joseph's great. I love working with him. I think, you know, with where he is in the project, he was able to really focus everything down to like, you know, we were all, you know, moving towards a similar goal, but like, you know, sometimes it's such a big game, things waver a little bit here and there throughout, you know, it's just, you know, a process just like anything else. And he really came in to really help unify the studio and with those goals are. And I think, you know, with the latest Inside Infinite with that little blurb at the end, you know, you can kind of see, you know, how excited I am with working with him. So
no doubt. Attic, I'm gonna open it up to you guys, Sovereign Kings. I do have a couple more, but I don't want to be greedy. I got a bunch more Attic in that. We got a couple of member questions too, but Attic, anybody else got anything before I move on?
Yeah, I had a quick question. What's your go-to weapon in Halo Infinite? What's that go-to weapon?
You just stole my joint.
That when stuff goes wrong, you like, I gotta go get it. Like,
I think right now it's the commando rifle, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people are gonna have fun with that weapon once they get it in their hands.
No doubt, no doubt. Quick question from the realm in reference to multiplayer testing. Can we possibly expect some type of testing prior?
I mean, it's later this summer. Like
okay,
we already
it's
announced
confirmed.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like make sure you signed up for Halo Insiders, right?
Nice.
Like that Halo Waypoint. Like it's coming. I know. We want to say when, but we're getting it all ready for y'all.
No, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I take all the time you need, man.
Yes. We want this thing more
take all the time you need.
Another question from the chat. They want to know how are you guys working towards handling cheating, especially now with free to play, that many more people coming in.
Good point.
Crossplay. Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, I can't talk about specifics, but
exactly.
Obviously there is things being done.
It's pointless telling us how they're going to cheat.
Can you tell us the specifics?
Can you tell us how the cheating?
Let's tell the chat that there's probably some cheaters in there.
Can you tell us the specific anti-cheat systems you're using?
Why are you guys so concerned about how to cheat? Just don't cheat. That's all.
No, obviously though, those types of things are at the top of mind. So
right. I know sliders are big. Obviously, the PC community is getting involved. Kind of first. Halo launching simultaneously. So I got to shout out to my master race. Usually, those guys tend to get a lot of the premium features, the FOV sliders and all that stuff. Is it also possible console? We're looking for parity as far as feature set.
I don't know if it's parity, but I know that you'll see a lot of things on both platforms. So you will get different things on Xbox as well.
Okay. Hopefully FOV, sir. Hopefully we love FOV on console. We really we're really fans.
I think that was a huge game changer when it came to certain things.
No doubt. Any other fan question before I move on? Addict Soft King?
No.
I'm scrolling through here. Yeah,
just make sure we appease the realm real quick because the Lord has time is limited, but we got to try to get as much as we could in.
Nothing that I see.
Okay. No, look, so at the end of the day, like I said, it looks phenomenal. You guys are really transforming the space. Everybody's excited. We're pumped. I even saw the Waypoint, the companion app. Really a lot of functionality there, so that I remember taking that thing on the go and being like an extension of the game. I can customize and do all this stuff now, while I'm doing remote. So you guys working with those teams as well in conjunction with the multiplayer as well, the Waypoint?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, we have our live Waypoint team that's working on all the services and making sure everything's hooked up together. So something we're all paying attention to.
Awesome. Now, final question I have, and it might be slightly personal, but I have to ask it. I thought it was awesome. It's kind of cool to mention, but I personally think two devs who are engaged to each other working on two of arguably the greatest FPS franchises of all time, my Halo and my Destiny, is an amazing story. I just think that personally. So how cool is it to have that kind of relationship? Shout out to Lady Rachel in the realm. Salute, respect. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, how cool is that? And then number two is like
the rivalry.
Yeah, like I just want to respond. I want you to speak for yourself in response to her hilarious tweets about you. And she said, she says more recently her team via Bungie.
I think I know which one.
Has heard screaming in the background in her team meetings. He said Lord Patrick has been playtesting Halo Infinite multiplayer with the multiplayer team, and he might be a bit excited. Then she said, also, the irony is not lost to me that she works for a studio that created Halo, while her fiance works at the studio that is currently making Halo. And also, she never played Halo before herself. So I gotta let you speak on these things, sir.
Yeah, I might be known as a person in the studio and here that I get very excited, and I express that excitement very well as we're playing the game. And then, with this work from home situation, that might bleed over.
That might bleed over.
Yeah.
And what about not playing Halo? What's that? We got to work on this.
Yes.
So there's a caveat to that. She
Okay.
has played Halo. She just hasn't finished a Halo game.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's more of what she meant. She
Okay.
has played a Halo game. She just hasn't finished a Halo game.
No doubt. Tremendous, man. I love to see it. Shout out to her. Shout out to Bud. They're doing a phenomenal job. You know, I love where the narrative's going this season. But I thought the tweet was hilarious, bro. I had to.
It's great.
I appreciate you indulging that, and I gotta ask before you head out because I know time's limited. We gotta ask. We ask every person in the round.
Yes.
I need Lord Patrick's top 5 video games or franchises of all time. No pressure.
All time. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you said franchises because that definitely helps.
Yeah, that's
it. I mean, like Halo's definitely down there. How can it not be, right?
Okay. So we got Halo.
Yeah, we got Halo. I'm going to cop out a little bit and put Star Wars as a franchise. I will put some key Star Wars games for me, but like Rogue Squadron was a game that made me want to get into games. I even wrote a letter to Nintendo and they responded. I'm like, this is what I want to do. Jedi Outcast, Galactic Battlegrounds, Knight of the Old Republic,
Jedi Outcast.
Oh yeah,
Republic of that.
Republic Commando, Battlefront games. Jedi Fallen Order has been a great recent Star Wars game as well. So there's a lot of good Star Wars games that are close to my heart.
Nice. We got Halo. We got Star Wars games. 3 more.
So here's a little bit of a curveball. A game that really stuck with me long after I played it was Inside.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Play Dead. Salute. Game was amazing. Great atmospheric storytelling. Amazing.
And to be able to tell a story without saying a single word and having all the gameplay mechanics in the world, it's something that I think about all the time.
Are you excited for Somerville, sir?
Yeah, I am, and also Play Dead's next game, which looks like it's going more sci-fi.
Yes.
They haven't shown much, but I want to see more for sure.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. That's 3.
Yeah.
2 more.
All right.
I think I'm gonna have to actually go with Breath of the Wild.
Let's go. Welcome back every week. These are all my games. This is my guy right here. Let's go. Breath of the Wild. Woo.
Yeah, Breath. I've played other Zelda games and have beaten them. But it for whatever reason, older Zelda games took me a long time to beat. I would kind of leave and come back to it. But Breath of the Wild, I basically played through the whole time. I couldn't stop.
Any amiibo love?
Yeah, I used amiibos. Yeah.
Okay.
He said I used them.
We will not judge if you use the
premium talk. I did that day one. Don't worry.
But I'm playing again with Master Mode and the DLC because I hadn't played any of that, so that's been fun to play through a different way.
Nice. One more.
And one more.
Number one. Let's see. Where do I want to go with this?
More important to you. Title of franchise impacted you.
In terms of impacted me for a couple different reasons and outside of game industry stuff, because this is you're gonna be like, what?
Let's go.
Let's go with the Kingdom Hearts franchise, baby.
Addict, do you approve? Addict, do you approve?
Is happy as hell.
I definitely approve. You know what? It makes up for that Breath of the Wild song.
No, listen. When that came into Game Pass, that opened up a whole bunch of stuff. I love that.
Kingdom Hearts love. Shout out to Addict.
So now Kingdom Hearts gets the cosign because it went.
Because Game Pass.
Yes,
Game Pass, dude.
Yes, Game Pass opens up to everybody.
It's such a flawed, weird franchise, but yeah, I love it.
It's a weird franchise, but it's a good weird franchise.
Yeah,
no doubt.
All right, and give him the last question.
Final question.
Yeah.
Favorite console of all time, any generation.
Oh, my heart is on this one.
Let's go. He's thinking. Eddie, all generations. You can only have one.
Yeah.
The one that I think was most impactful to me,
Yes.
thinking back, I think is going to have to be the GameCube.
Oh, I did not see that coming. Rogue Squadron.
There's Rogue Squadron. Like that launch was Super Smash Brothers Melee, Rogue Squadron, Luigi's Mansion. Like they're like, and then later, like you got Resident Evil 4 and like you know the remake
Eternal Darkness,
the remake of Metal Gear, and everything. Like there's like, I think there are better consoles, but like GameCube has a special place in my heart for where it was in my gaming history.
You know what I can honestly always give GameCube is like it just had like games that put it on the map. Like that's when Resident Evil 4 was exclusive for a little bit.
Yeah.
That really gave it a lot. Like Wind Waker put that game on a completely different level.
Yeah.
And then I think what really sold that game that they've never done since, because they know better now, is they did that Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition out the gate. Well, I don't think it was out the gate, but it might have been out the gate. I think you did get it when you got that console. Like, but even if it wasn't, like the amount of value,
the Ocarina of Time collection,
the Ocarina of Time,
the Master collection.
Like the amount of value that was in that was insane. And to this day, people want Nintendo to do that again. But like, because I think like this year's like the 30th or 35th anniversary, and people's like, oh, we're going to get an anniversary. It's like they're never doing that again.
But I think this is the first GameCube we had as best console.
Yeah, this is the first. This is the first one. Yeah.
It also had the best, in my opinion, the best Mario Kart of all time.
Double Dash.
What color did you get?
Double Dash.
What color console did you get?
Purple, because that was all there was at launch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was GameCube was a solid addition. Like as far as Nintendo, I think the only one that beats the GameCube is the Switch.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. The N64 was good too.
We're not gonna do that. Switch coming in hot.
We got something to say about that, but
salute, man, yo, again.
Yes,
salute, Lord Patrick Wren, multiplayer system designer 343 in the building. Salute to the entire team, brother. Salute to yourself. We love what we've seen. Y'all doing the Lord's work with this multiplayer right now. You got everybody excited. You guys, in my opinion, are
y'all delivered.
Y'all were the shot in the arm. And again, salute to the whole team because the campaign team came through. They came through. I love the new thing with Weapon and Cortana. So salute to them for coming through too. And then also I want to salute again the companion app team, all the teams. You guys, we know you're getting close to the finish line, holiday and all that good stuff. But let the fine people know where they can find you, what else you got going on, Lord Patrick Wren of 343.
and then you can throw that release date in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to just break the release date, you go right on.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
No, we just joke. We just joke.
Lord Patrick, where can they find you, brother?
Yeah, you can find me at Twitter at WitDarkstar. Also, like basically that's my handle on any gaming social platform.
Nice.
I'm working on Halo. I work on small like indie horror games on the side. So
I was gonna get into
That's
all. Didn't you say you had to like cease and desist someone over that?
That was a weird thing to do recently. I never thought I would have to do that. And so we're gonna be making another small one coming up soon.
Sir. Plug that game.
Yeah,
Tell them about that game you made.
Oh yeah, it's called Do You Copy? It's we did it for a game jam called the Asylum Jam. It was hard, like third or fourth Asylum Jam, and like for some reason this one just like exploded. Like it was wild. I've never like even though like it's not Halo numbers, right? Like Halo's like a whole other thing, but there is a very big difference when it's like, oh, this is just my like small thing I made that like explodes compared like the feeling of this like, Halo E3 was like amazing.
Right.
And then like having like this small thing that you kind of like poured a lot of like passion into that's like
TLC.
different It's just like, whoa,
Look,
like people like this.
At the end of the day, Patrick, like, you know, obviously there's not a lot of games on the caliber's 343, but you know what else wasn't on the caliber 343? Among Us, and you see the damage it did. Like,
that is true.
I love Among Us.
Yeah, salute, man. So again, salute to what you're doing. Tremendous. You know, we would love to have you back in the realm again. But let's get Lord Ag, man. Talk to Lord Patrick, man, before he heads out, man.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Believe it or not, chat, we've actually been working with this individual for a couple of months now to get him on. But you know, I knew how this chat was, man. We get anyone from 343, they ain't gonna even care what we're talking about. They're gonna, what about Halo? What about Halo? So he's like, let's wait till something comes out so this man doesn't get barbaric with
he can
questions.
have something to talk about.
Something to talk about.
Exactly. Every question would have been like, can't talk about that, can't talk about that.
It would not have been a fun interview.
Exactly. No doubt. Lord Soft, say your salutations to Lord Patrick.
No, Lord Patrick, I'm just so happy for you guys on that team after this reveal, because I know you guys must have been nervous. Just, you know, obviously the reactions to last year's stuff, even though that wasn't your team, but you're always nervous because I know you know what you have, but you just never know how people are going to react. So I'm so happy that everybody is so on board, and people that haven't been on the Halo sort of bandwagon, people that play other, you know, big multiplayer games are excited for Halo as well. I can't wait for it to come out. And Halo, like we've talked on this podcast about, how do you bring Halo back and make it what it once was? And I think you guys are on that track. I think Halo is going to hit big in a way that we haven't seen in a long time, and I'm just so happy for you guys.
Yeah, I think Halo about to do that 1-2 punch this summer, man.
I told you about that 1-2 punch. I told you about that.
What's funny is you can ask, like, we're very honest, and you know, we was definitely like, man, I hope they can do it, but you know, after we saw that trailer, it was like, man, 343 came with it, man. And then not only did they come with it, they got that spirit bomb, man, and they got to shove it. They got to hit them with it.
We're affectionately calling y'all to comeback kids if you guys can pull this off and get it to the finish line. But I want to get Lord King to get his salutations off. You know what I'm saying? He's been on the front lines. So Lord King, let's go.
I've been capping for you guys, even after, you know, Craig. I was blindsided with that Craig Taste. I woke up in the morning because I went to bed elated. I didn't care what anybody said. I woke up in the morning with that crap, and I was truly upset. Like I was working at 343. But to see the complete 180 from the community that were like, you know, it's amazing, from the single players showing. And the multiplayer just hit so hard and hit all the bullet points. And for you guys to come back the next day to give a deeper dive into what y'all were doing and what was going on.
That was great.
I thought that was the perfect blend. You gave them a snippet, and then you came right back in while the water was hot and hit right back at it and gave them a little bit more to what's going on. And I'm hearing all the stuff melding together, and you guys listening to the community and bringing us to. I am so happy for you guys. I can't wait for that beta to go out in the summertime for you guys to actually get a feel of what's going on and who's doing what and what actually works and stuff like that. And then, you know, the stress test is, of course, because we know what's going on with the servers. We'll be talking about that later.
Shout out to Azure.
Yes, but to launch in this holiday season, I know you can't wait. And I'm just so happy for you guys, and I so appreciate your time coming on. And thanks for throwing those curveballs. And GameCube was definitely right
first
back.
GameCube reference. Salute,
brother.
All right.
And again, last thing, again, super proud of you. You know, I got real excited when I saw you on the second reveal of the in-depth showcase. I was like, oh, that's my man. He up there. You know what I'm saying? It was
What's
so
funny
cool.
is I was half asleep because I woke up that morning because like I made video till like 2 a.m, then went to work, and then I get up at like 11 or 12, and the video's been live for forever, and I overslept. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching it on my computer, and then Patrick just shows up. I pause it and take a picture of it and send it to him. He's like, who this? Who this?
Salute, man. It's so good to see you up there with the entire team. Everybody's excited. You know, the legend stat, all y'all up there talking that Halo talk.
Beautiful.
Salute, brother. Enjoy your day. Thank you for your time. The legendary Patrick Wren, 343 Studios, multiplayer system designer, get ready, y'all. This 4 is looking good, man. We're pulling for you guys to hit the finish line. So
Thanks for having me on, everyone. It was great talking with all of you.
You have a good one. We got super chats and work to do.
Yes.
So definitely, you have a good one, sir. So if you want to get the super chat, sir.
Yes.
Let's hit these likes. We have over 700 people in the chat. Please hit the like, share it out. Patrick drop some gems.
Exactly.
Tell them to watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, man took time out his day to hang with us.
Yes.
So make sure y'all send some love. Thanks, love, Pat.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it, Patrick.
Yeah.
So,
We got, but yeah, ready?
Yeah, ready.
We got Black Ronin 357 $5 super chat. Can we expect to see Halo / Doom / Wolfenstein / Prey armor or weapons crossover at some point? We asked that question. TBA, I guess. Then we have Gerald Mack $2 super chat. ILP Absolute Superstars. Thank you, sir. You as well. Then we have Iron Mike $5 super chat. Shout out to the Sega Nomad. It was Nintendo. It was the Nintendo Switch of the 90s.
Basically.
That's what it was. Then we got Squirrely Dan 82 $10 super chat. Sorry, I'm late. Gonna start to watch from the beginning. I have finally arrived at the East Coast. Can't wait to get into this podcast with the greatest podcast in gaming, bar none.
Yeah, shout out
Thank
to
you,
Squirrely. I
Squirrely.
seen your message on it. I just been really knee deep in work lately.
Then we got Brett Bingham, $5 super chat. Question for Patrick: will we see more historically themed helmets like Viking or Crusader helmets?
I think there's a great chance you will.
I think you can get that armor. And I hope they do, like you said, I'll be able to purchase a little bit something of mine.
Yo,
I mean,
you
to
was a
me,
savage with that.
if this becomes big like that, like we could expect, are we gonna see? We'll see that concerts in Halo, like.
I think so. I just saw some stuff in Fortnite that I don't even like Fortnite, but they're doing this invasion thing right now. They thought they would have got me with the Marvel thing. I know they got Cog with that Marvel thing.
Oh,
when
yeah.
Surfer showed up, but they didn't get me with that. But this invasion stuff looked really bonkers, and I was like, "What the hell are they doing?"
It's crazy what they do with that game. Yeah. Black Ronin $5 super chat. Halo game. I need this plastered around all the commercials and tweets that go out now.
Oh yeah, that was a classic. I was thinking about clipping that one. I was thinking.
No, we can't clip that. No.
Yeah. Big Cloud Gaming $5 super chat. Smash that like button. Salute to the lords of the realm. No doubt. Thank you, sir.
Man, I saw those questions in that chat, man. You guys really let me just
Addy, get them,
briefly
get them,
say
please.
this.
Yes, please get them.
I get
we got to
guys-
give y'all smoke today.
You guys get excited when we have developers on, but here it is. The realm of the realistic value is we can't just ask. Obviously, we asked a couple questions because I felt like it wasn't too out of the realm that maybe they could have answered, like the assassination thing. I didn't know if he could talk about that.
Right.
I felt like that's something that he might be able to confirm or not. But man, I saw people ask is 343 making a new IP.
Yo, it was wild. Read my super chat because I asked some
shot their shot. I respect that.
You respect shot.
And then we got to handle Solve later.
I respect Solve. Solve doesn't smooth.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't give a rat's ass. There you go. That's how you handle me. Just leave me alone.
You sir.
Shout out to Gerald Mack, $5 super chat. The Lord Sovereign, aka the most thought-provoking, super professional. Thank you, sir.
Hold on, let me address someone real quick. I don't really know. Eternal Umbra, note to self: don't send in super chats asking any guests everything ever again in the future. We literally made a disclaimer before we start the interview that at this point we're gonna cut off super chats so we can focus on it. That's what that is. So the super chats while the guest is here, we have to respect the time. It's very limited. So it's no disrespect to you. We have to read that after. So please don't take it personally.
We only had them for a certain amount of time.
We only have them for a certain time.
We try to get the most information for everyone that's involved. And you watching is fantastic. You can send a super chat. We're gonna read it. We're going to
still read your super chat. We just have to value the time because interrupting the course of the interview with super chats will never get the interview.
And if you do send something through, we're seeing the super chat.
Right.
If it's something that we find that, that we didn't think about, or somebody here says, you know what, that is in conjunction with my question. Bless you, Addict. We will definitely ask that question, but read it to anything specific that can't happen.
Or something like Solve and Attic was saying, where we know they are not going to be able to answer because beforehand we are told, not that we're asked, what are we going to ask? them? So you see what I'm saying? So we have to fall in those parameters. So
we have to be ridiculously professional, guys. You know, a lot of people will ask ridiculous questions like, can you, what IPs you're working on in the dark, right? Like, excuse me, you know damn well you can't answer that. So we won't ask that.
Exactly. Continue, so I just had to address that.
So we have another one from Eternal Umbra, but this is what we're talking about right here. Yo, morning lords, Patrick, what's the chances of you guys giving us themed armor for other franchises, gears? See, you asked that. We did ask that.
We did ask it.
When you ask about something like Metroid, that's a whole other thing.
Exactly.
You talk about an internal studio like that Gears. Okay.
Exactly.
But he did.
Might happen. Maybe you might have Doom stuff working on. You never know.
Look, kid, you shot your shot with them skids. I give you credit.
You know, listen, I really want because I've seen the level of customization per people right now. Also, there's other people that don't grind a whole season that can't do it, like get 50 headshots here. And you coming from work, but you see Addict wearing these great clothes. I want to participate as well, and I want to flash some cash. So I want to buy some stuff. So it doesn't affect gameplay. Please allow that to grow. And I think in that ecosystem, it'll be available.
I tell you guys this: if you look at every other really successful free-to-play game, the way they evolve the world is what keeps people engaged. So if you think about what other games have done, Halos, they're not dumb. They obviously they realize he said it. We look at what other people are doing and what makes sense. So taking that, you know that they're gonna do things to keep you engaged in that world and to keep it fresh. You know that. So that could be any number of different things. So regardless of what you want out of it, I think there's reason to be excited because you're always gonna get something different. I think from
no doubt. Continue.
Then we got B. Lou. No, we have Lunar Adrian, $2 super chat, and we did ask about how the cheating will be handled. So thank you, sir.
Yes.
Then we got B. Lou, $5 super chat. Well, fighting games, aka Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, etc. You can definitely buy every season pass. Also, War Nomachenko, and y'all the best gaming podcast out. Keep killing it. Thank you so much.
Salute. Thank you, brother.
Then we got Lord Brap with the $5 super chat. Salute to the panel. Great guest lords. Halo, let's go. Cog, everyone has a price.
I know what he talking about.
What did he say about Lomachenko?
War Nomachenko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody, I know what he talking about. I know what Brap's talking about. I continue.
No, Brap's talking about something. This is B. Lou. Then we got Brap again, $25 super chat. Thank you, my brother. Hit that like button, everyone. Thank you so much. Then let's put the crest in the chat for Titan 2793 in the realm. Lord Browns, put the crest in the chat.
Put the crest in the chat. Welcome, your brother.
Yes, sir.
Then we got Natra Brown, $10 super chat. Great show as always, gentlemen. Great listen while trucking down the road. No doubt. And we got Clutch Man, $5 super chat. I can smell it now. The familiar stench of clickbait titles from dying YouTube channels. How sweet it is.
Wow.
There's some smoke there. Okay, let me roll back a little. We got Raiden Blade, 50-pound super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Hey, just got on. Have you guys spoken about Kim Swift and Kojima? I can't remember which one of the Lords said this. Solve Cog King. Kojima needs someone to keep him in check, like the old saying behind every successful man said it stands a strong woman. I think we've all said that.
Slow-mo really hasn't said it a lot of times. So salute to
Slow-mo. Then we got Lamar Ham Solo 05.
Ham Solo.
It's like it's the same cadence as saying Roscoe Pico. $2 super chat. How you gaming? 60% Xbox, 25% on PC, 10% on PS5, 5% on Switch. Everybody, I guess people put your percentages in the chat. I don't even know how to break that down.
I can tell you how much I game on my PlayStation 5. 0%. God bless. Sitting there catching dust.
You asked for that one.
Shot you.
Then we got Drawn TJ, $10 super chat. Hi, Lords. You think in the Halo Infinite campaign there will be a crossover between Destiny comes to Halo as a mission, and same thing for Doom Guy. He has a hell portal. Anything is possible. Like I said, if I tell you this, I guess if Halo multiplayer gets super popular,
no,
you never know.
No,
you never know. Never say never.
Unless they get purchased, you can see Doom first.
Oh yeah, Doom obviously.
Yeah. That's stay inside too.
Yeah, but unless we don't know that Bungie's in pocket for real pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they'd buy Bethesda.
I wanted to ask the question to him, like, you know, because he had the multiplayer with her and she has her multiplayer. Do they have internal fights about who's the
That'd be kind of funny.
Because you know, right now he
pop it off.
Established, right? But his is getting ready, and you know the excitement. That must be a crazy nice household.
He gave the impression that he smokes in Halo. Like he's in there. Like he gets busy.
I know he did. That's why I was asking. Does he have like a favorite board? And you guys roasted me because I said board. The hell with you, Map King. It's a map. It's a damn board that I'm going to. All right. So, but when we used to get to hang him high, I know what I did to Mr. High. So, you know, I let him pick his own poison and he went there and got smoked. So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
We got one more. We got B-Lou, $2 super chat. Slight correction. No Maschenko. No Mas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The Duran reference.
The Duran reference.
If he's fighting bums.
You know, so we all caught up there, sir?
Yes, sir. We're caught up.
Thank you, chat. We really appreciate it. Thank y'all for respecting the situation.
And anybody that listened to the combat talk earlier,
yes,
it's in there.
Yes.
You know,
respect. So. You already know. So let's get to the poll. We'll get these joints off, the final topics off. Last week's poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question. If your favorite gaming franchise on your preferred platform then becomes permanently exclusive on another platform, which action do you take? The winner at 64% of the vote, where gamers go where the games are. If your favorite game is your player on the platform it resides group, coming in at second place at 24% of the vote was the Messy Lords. Keep acting like y'all don't care. It's all fun and games until it's your favorite game that becomes exclusive. And in last place with only 10% of the vote was I'm not picking up a completely different platform just to play my favorite game.
Exclusives. That's the broke gamer. That's the TCL guy.
Lord King, clearly you have something to say about this. How do you feel about this, sir?
I don't care if they brought Bethesda. I'm going to game here and starve myself. And you will die. You will die.
You'll die a horrible death.
Let him die. As I will partake. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't care who buys what. All fair and love and war. I really don't care. Same energy on this side, same energy on that side. I have a PlayStation upstairs, and whenever I choose to engage with it, if they have something compelling for me, then I'm going to engage with it. But at no point in time, and me being a gamer, they'll lock myself off because I have brand loyalty. Hell with you. You're crazy.
Oh man, shout out to the realm and everyone who participated in the poll. But we got a new one coming at the end of the show. Let's get into these topics. Let's fly through these. These should be quick hitters, so everyone should be happy today. So Lord Sov and Lord King combo deal seems like what's going on with y'all. And Sov, maybe what Queen Sarah's just talking about Windows 11. What's going on? The Queen's talking.
King, kick it off.
Okay. So everybody knows that Windows 11 is hitting right now, and what I notice is Microsoft has taken a different stance on Xbox itself. Being that it looks like Windows 11 is adopting a more Xbox central everything. It's looking like Xbox. It's integrating, looking like the dashboard, looking like Microsoft is really taking Xbox, Game Pass, and all these other services more integratedly into it. And I think that's their flagship now. I don't know, and I'm not going to get into what's the technical problems that's going on right now. We all know when you launch an update, user interface update, a whole software update to your system, there's going to be problems. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about, the changing now of Microsoft's philosophy that Xbox seems to be the brand, opposed to Microsoft. Windows is the brand.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
I see. Let's get started off with you, Sal.
I think King hits it right on that. When you look at this granular level of integration with Xbox into Windows 11, which is Windows 11 is the most ubiquitous piece of software, right? It's everywhere.
I love when soft says ubiquitous.
I know, right?
Fire. Continue.
It is the fact that Xbox is such at the forefront of their messaging for that. It just goes to show you the level. Like, if you didn't believe the level of integration and how Xbox has elevated itself within Microsoft, this is the key. If you seeing this is letting you know where Xbox stands in the scheme of things. Valid. We talked about 2017 and the conversation, the famous conversation with Phil and Satya, and how that saved Xbox, and how he convinced Satya that Xbox was core and integral to what to what Microsoft was doing in the future. And he needed to do that in order to keep Xbox alive.
Yep.
And to see this at this level is so heartening. And to know, a lot of people have had issues with how Windows does everything in the gaming space in the past. Windows 10, in terms of having this weird store that doesn't work well, it's slow, it's laggy, it doesn't compare. I think this is showing you that they're trying to build something that is finally going to kind of try to test the might of Steam in the long term. And again, and attaching it at such a ground level to Windows 11 and giving Windows 11 like they do with Windows 10 out as a free upgrade. It is Windows has. And if we talked about Game Pass being the Trojan horse that brings the Xbox ecosystem into people's homes, then Windows 11 is the Trojan horse that's going to bring It's going to bring all of Xbox into. When they talk about billions and who they want to reach in gaming, this is showing you what their real plan is, right? Because at the end of the day, when you speak of Xbox on its own as just a gaming thing, that still sort of eliminates certain people from even engaging with it, because it's just people just don't engage with it if it's just an Xbox thing. Even if it is an app somewhere, they just won't. Integrated at a ground level on the thing that they use every single day and they can't escape it.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, because you're making some fantastic points. And, in the past, can we say, like, I think we could admit that, like, we felt like Xbox was the side project that,
it was the hernia. It was the hernia on the side of Microsoft.
In the early, like in the early days, let's just be honest, right? It was one of those things that we felt like, okay, we're gonna throw our hat, being Microsoft, right? We'll throw our hat in the ring, right? Because this looks like a lucrative thing that we could get involved with. But really, Windows was the
Surface.
Surface. That's the main thing, and we'll see what happens there. And then slowly over the years, 360 and all that stuff, and it does start to get traction, starts to be profitable, whatever. And like, to your point, Saul, because you make a fantastic point. Like, do you think now, and I gotta hit King with his dominance talk. I said, because Phil has elevated Xbox to his position. He's presented as Phil Dominus Maximus. Really? Sorry,
Thank
King.
you.
Sorry,
Thank you. I'm just because I didn't know who you was talking about. I didn't know if you was talking about Phil the janitor. I didn't know who you was talking about.
Phil the janitor.
I'm just trying to figure out like that we was talking about Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
correct,
sir. Okay.
correct. I apologize. So,
Yeah, sorry.
he's got it to the table and Satya, and now, do you think, to your point, like you said, something like, this was, I know Game Pass was one of the plays, right? Because you got to sell it to the brass. Okay, Xbox is profitable because of this, right? And we can make money with this. But now with this window, do you think like this is the ultimate play? That this is truly?
I think when we talk about that conversation, that we'll never know what happened there. I think this was always the conversation. Like, okay, let me show you what I want to do with Xbox. At the level where Microsoft reaches everyone is gonna affect this, right? And I think this was always a conversation. We just didn't think about it because they hadn't talked about Windows. My assumption, honestly, before I heard Windows 11, was that we'd never get another numbered Windows again. That it would just be iterating on 10, and that's it. So the fact that all of this is in the pipeline and it's like I said, it's integrated at a ground level to such an extent that this to me, this was the actual conversation, and this is where Satya was like, man, all right, cool, let's go for it. How much money you need?
So out of curiosity, you guys are talking about conversation this, conversation that. What is this conversation? Because I wasn't here.
The conversation that Phil had with Satya when he had to prove to Satya that the Xbox brand, in 2017 when it wasn't doing too hot, and that the Xbox brand was going to be core to what Microsoft wants to do in the future.
It's probably easier to win an election than it is to win that conversation.
Yeah, it's just
like you got it. Like he must have been like a wordsmith genius.
Oh, Phil is great at using the words. But the thing about it is that he had to convince the man that everything that we've been doing to this point, throw that out the window. He had to sell him on something brand new.
Yeah.
That hadn't been done in the game space before. And he knew it was going to be a lot of money that needed to be spent to get it done.
Good point.
And could have easily said no.
Imagine he must have been so good because they buying companies for $7.5 billion.
But how wonderful is the genius and the planning behind this individual, right? Because to get not just only to get the brass to be like, okay, cool, we're gonna green light that Game Pass thing that you're doing there, to get the brass to be like, from a ground level, in our main business, we're going to make sure that it's integrated to a point that is so intuitive that when they pick up their phones and they're using that app, the Game Pass app or anything, that there is no change from when they interact with us. Now, it's no longer a you, it's an us now.
Right.
You understand? Like, because when you turn your PC on and you load up Windows 11, is it your Xbox dashboard or is it your PC dashboard? Or are they one and the same? It turned into a synergy of minding, and it's no longer like you said, a hernia. I'm just thinking about a painful situation. But it's no longer a hernia on the side. It's actually mind, body, and soul. Heartbeat is one. They're moving as one unit to get to those billions. And is this the strategy into that billion?
Maybe not hernia, maybe appendix. The appendix, you have it there, but you don't need it.
I just want to jump in too, because also, I was thinking about, like, shout out to One Bad Brother Chat. He actually says what I'm about to say, which is, remember, part of these steps to get here, right? So, the Xbox community had to go to quote unquote, I would consider fanboy growing pains, right? So it was like, remember, games are coming first party, going to be on PC, Game Pass, and then we got Game Pass PC and all this other stuff. So PC was brought into the mix, and I remember there was resistance in the beginning. Remember? People were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel whatever. And it's interesting to see what this long-term vision then comes out to, because now you're having these cool features. You're having the PC community now integrated in it. You're seeing, Windows 11 PC integration and auto HDR come. All these features on the console side, whether it be the API stuff, the direct storage stuff, now going to be able to maximize their SSD drives to what Series X and get those
able to do.
Exactly. So it's like that's actually helping PC gaming and performance in the synergy. And I want to shout out Slow Mo. He's that shout out to Brav. He's in there, PC Master Race. You know what I'm saying? Because now the PC community is also benefiting, and then we already established that synergy. You see what I'm saying? Between the ecosystem, so it's not going to be as much as a blow as to other companies. Like, for example, Sony, you can see they're trying to get PC releases. Not saying they're trying to have that same level of synergy, but I feel like what the Xbox brand did well and what Phil did well was definitely brace the base to say, look, this is happening, and now it feels like synergetic. You got
it's natural. Like it's natural. You accept it, and it's because they did it right. They were forward facing about it. They didn't try to
transparency.
They were super transparent about it. And another thing, when you speak about synergy, is the fact that they realized that they've been kind of quote unquote, maybe shortchanging on the PC side on Game Pass, and they're working towards getting parity there, where you're gonna have a lot more releases that are super PC centric for that base to get people to move. Because again, one of the things that's difficult on the PC side is that Steam is king.
Yes.
Steam is king, and you're gonna have those that just don't. Obviously, we talked about how all the fur around the Epic Game Store has sort of died down, and it's just another sort of freaking launcher.
So, I do have something because I gotta go here in about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do got something that me and King need to talk about.
Let's go.
Okay.
So King, how you feel that it's rumored that Ghost of Tsushima is having a standalone expansion now?
A standalone expansion?
Yeah. Actually, Diller kind of leaked it. You guys didn't see that?
No.
Yeah.
So
Apparently,
tell me more.
it's supposed to be on like the kind of like level that like Miles is, and the level that like Lost Legacy was. So,
Okay.
So now it looks like so Ghost is doing it on top of the other studios doing it. Like, part of me feels like this is kind of Lost Legacy. I felt like opened up that avenue with them where they're like, it's kind of weird to have so many expansions for like not necessarily like expansions, like standalone expansions for all of their games now. Like,
but I think you know what, Addict, I think
because hold on, let me just finish real quick. Like, it could have started before this. To my knowledge, it started with The Last of Us, where they did that little Last of Us expansion, and then it looks like they did with Uncharted, the Uncharted franchise. Then they did it with because people in the chat can be mad all they want. They did it with Spider-Man with Miles Morales, and now it's looking like they're doing it with Ghost of Tsushima. So it's kind of interesting the direction that like they're making like a little standalone expansion for all of their games.
Oh, this is what my daughter does when she makes a dress, right? She makes the main dress, and the main dress is beautiful, but all the little pieces that she had cut off of the main to make the main dress is still on the floor. And she did pay for this material, so she's not just going to gather up that material and throw it in the garbage. No, it's still valuable material. So she's going to craft a little dog suit for my dog out of stuff, and she's going to use all the scraps that she can because she's going to get the most out of her dollar. Sony is just like my daughter, and they're being very prudent with their dollar. What they're doing is they already built this engine, they already built this world, they already built everything, and then they probably go and refine it and retool it, and let's do a little small something. Let's put a little studio on this and do a little small something with what these scraps that we have left over from this main game that we already gouged them with, and let's make this out to be something else. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. But again, that's something I won't partake in because I feel that if it's not priced right, I think you're doing yourself a disservice.
What do you think the price is going to be?
It should be $39.95, but being at that,
it's probably going to be $50.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But being at the $70 range, now you have to scale your money back to, like he said, $49.95.
I don't remember. Was Miles 70 at launch?
No,
I think it was 50. I think it was 50.
It was
PS5.
50.
PS5. Oh yeah.
It was 50. This is why. But had their games never made that $10 jump, Miles would have been 40.
Right. Actually,
you understand?
Y'all throwing me off. I thought Attic was going to mention with Ghost the rumored of being
it coming to PC.
topic.
Oh no, I know. No, that we're gonna talk about that.
That's what I thought you was. I was like, he's gonna transition.
We can't be talking about
that.
The
fact that it's definitely coming to PC. That
has that been confirmed?
So
has that been confirmed?
No, it's not confirmed. But I mean,
so what was it? The only on PlayStation logo was removed from.
Yeah, they took that off.
Right, so they said that they were doing a complete sort of rebranding, right? And all the ones moving forward, I'm gonna have that.
All our stuff to
but it gives them that leeway, so they don't have to keep answering that question. Like, you said it's so.
Well, this is what happened with Spider-Man, right? They did the logo.
Yes.
Okay.
This ain't nothing new. Listen, if y'all ain't seeing what they're doing, you're foolish. Like, all right, they bait you in the beginning. They get you to think that you're exclusive for you dummies that want to be, we're exclusive. Nobody else. You're going to be all over the place. Once we made all the money from you, and it's not all of you, there's only like 2% of you that's actually.
You know what's probably happening?
No.
You're probably having Ghost of Tsushima and the standalone. They're gonna bundle those together to charge $70, and that bundled service is going to be on PC as well.
It makes sense.
So part of me is like, if they're putting, because obviously we don't know.
I think it's $89.99 if they do that. I don't care.
$89. Stop.
They don't care about. Listen, they're gonna get the PC dollar. Like they gonna get your dollar, and it's gonna be in the Epic store. So y'all gonna be mad that it's in. I can see it all already.
So with the there's been a lot of stuff going on with PlayStation. There was that. Oh my gosh! Apparently, Demon Souls was caught in the PlayStation 5 directory or something like that. The store,
the PS4 directory, and
they're
saying, they're saying that it could just be like a port up of the PlayStation 3 version for PS4.
Do we think that though? Like,
I mean, if you look at Demon Souls, besides the layer of gloss that it has on the
yes
PS5,
or no question.
Yeah, it could come easily. It easily come to PS4.
What about you, Cognito? Do you think it could come to the PlayStation 4?
I wouldn't be surprised. Why,
I told you October.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, it seems a lot of the cross-generational stuff has been coming out.
Well,
slowly.
see, I would normally say no, but then that Godfall just be looking at me down the face.
Yeah.
It's like they have too many games that they came out there as far as their marketing to sell the PS5.
Right.
That they kind of low-key said this isn't possible on last-gen hardware,
and
now all those games are coming to
the
PlayStation 4.
The thing is, too, we also have to factor in the fact that there is. I know we turn this into a PlayStation discussion, but the PS5 shortages, right? The fact that consoles are still, they're selling out, but they're not in abundance to where everyone really has one. So, are you really going to be profitable by making it next gen only in these type of conditions, right? So that's another factor that may get them to shift quicker and say, hey, we still got to rock this cross-generational flow.
See, but the thing is, I think, and shout out to Colin Moriarty, because he's always saying this, and it's true. When you look at the amount of PlayStation, it's like the paradigm is shifted, because the truth of the matter is that there are more PlayStation 5s out in the wild now than at the same time this time in the PS4 generation.
Right.
Like, so there are more consoles out there. So you can't make the argument doesn't hold water necessarily if you do it, if you compare it one to one.
Right.
So it's just the fact that it's smart business. It's smart business.
It's Jim Dance Move Ryan
change the
doing his 1-2 step on you.
Yeah, I mean,
I told you before, he's a money man. He's the numbers dude, and you guys can sit there and say what you want. I don't care. He don't care what you want. Y'all can put all these petitions up to get him out of there. He's not going nowhere.
Everything they're doing is smart business. The only
business.
The mistake that they made was not being forthcoming about it and just having to roll back everything to say. And all he's doing, he's not going back on anything he says. His answer to everything is, I don't see why people are mad at this. Not acknowledging the fact that he said something totally contrary before that.
Why would he?
But the problem is
not having to go through this.
It's not that he's
not going through this. He's not going to do anything.
The thing is, though, King, he didn't come out and just not state nothing. Right. He came out and set expectations that wasn't realistic.
Correct.
So it would have been different it would have been different if he never stated anything. If he just PR'd his way out of every paper box he's ever been in, but he hasn't. Like, he made definitive statements, and he put his flag in the ground when he knew that flag was 20 feet back.
But who was that for? That was for the initial buyers, right? All right, so they already caught. Everybody got? You got? All right, so now that you got, we're gonna switch this up. All right,
but you can't tell your whole base we only believe in generations and that.
So what?
What
Where
you
did
mean?
it
So
go?
what? That's
Where
lying.
did it go though? He already knew y'all.
Where'd it go though?
But listen. I understand what you're saying from a bottom line. He don't care because he's a big guy. I get what you're saying on a cutthroat corporate business level, but with actual communication and transparency, you have pissed off a base who thought that they were getting a console for these types of experiences, only to find out that it is actually being shared experience with cross-generational.
Hold on, let me say something real quick, King, and I'll give it to you. The craziest thing about this is a lot of people are trying to compare this to like Phil Spencer quotes he's done in the past.
Right.
And like the funny thing is, like, every time people has said Phil Spencer lied about something or he misspoke about something, it's always out of context. Like for instance,
is an actual fact.
For instance, when it came to we don't consider PlayStation a competitor. He was talking about cloud services. He wasn't even talking about the gaming thing.
They aren't. They aren't a competitor. It's these dudes that think that. But back to what Jim does, right? Jim does not care.
And I want to talk about Jim.
And I don't care what anybody. We believe in generations. Yes, so what? This is ammo for you guys to sit there to believe that stuff can't be. Is it SSD? The SSD is you guys that's running around here thinking that you are superior, and he's just showing you. Stop it. But you want to continue with this argument, and every game is going to be shot down. I hear it now with the Ratchet Cannon. It can only be done in PlayStation 5, but soon you will be fooled into it again.
I don't think.
But my thing is like, why are
out.
you mad at people for being mad at this? Like,
no, they should
lied to them blatantly.
No, okay.
Why
So
they can't be upset?
Let's say this, right?
To be honest with you, King, I don't like being lied to. Do you? Because like the way you're talking,
like you cool with it,
like they just gotta eat it.
I'm not being lied to. That's the whole thing. They see. You can tell when somebody's lying to you because and then it takes one time to get lied to, right? Then you look at it. If you don't do the quine eye at that dude, the next time he opens his mouth,
2 times shame on me. I know, right? Shame on me.
That's on you. All right, so now this is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time he done lied, and y'all gonna sit there surprised.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look at you sideways from now on.
Right.
Like,
so I've been looking at him sideways. It ain't doing nothing that I didn't expect. He didn't do anything that I didn't think was gonna happen. But okay, to the point of this, right? When are y'all gonna stop with it can only be done here? When are we gonna stop this? When are we gonna stop running with that narrative, the power of this, and then it's being shown on the old console? You're already in pocket, so stop. We got you, and look at everything that you see, everything that's on that console right now. When you say it can only be done here, for you, because you got it. If you don't got a PlayStation 4, you damn right it can only be done here. But if for that PlayStation 4 dude, he goes, it can be done over here too.
You know what's crazy? But it does speak to how Game Pass has changed the conversation so much. Where in the past you could get away with those fibs, right? For a lot longer, and at the end of the day, your base probably won't care.
Right.
Now, like it caught up to them almost immediately, right? A lot of times before the games came out, they had to come out and say this is coming out for the previous console as well. So it just, to me, it's just heartache. That, like you said, I don't think Jim Ryan cares about whatever heartache, right? Let somebody else deal with the backlash, of the community or whatever the case may be. But it just doesn't. My message to anybody who still holds out hope, and shout out to K Mega and the crew over at GRG. We're talking about this on Friday. I was on the podcast on Friday. And the reality is they're doing everything that Microsoft is doing. It's just that they're late to the party. They're very late to the party. Right. They did not read the tea leaves correctly, right? And at the end of the day, certain things that they should be sort of ahead of the curve on, or at least on the curve, they're behind the curve, right? Then you couple that with the fact that they just don't have Microsoft money to do what Microsoft is doing to the extent that Microsoft is doing, and it's going to be very difficult for them to catch up to Microsoft in that respect.
I want to jump in one point because there is a part of what King is saying that I do agree with, which is, fan bases. I think they are cognizant that their fan base is very prideful with exclusives. Their fan base is very prideful with their tech, and like King was saying, as far as it can only be done. The SSD talk, we heard that ad nauseum and stuff like that, right? So I do think there is a healthy fear of upsetting this loyal base who wants to be treated special, who wants to feel like, I made this decision in the ecosystem and this is why I'm here. And I think that's why you get a lot of the hesitance in the mixed messaging. And just to contrast it, back on point when we were talking about Windows 11 and Xbox stuff, like Xbox got and Microsoft got lambasted You know, for saying Halo Infinite. I mean, it was a cross-generational time. Remember those days, right?
Yeah.
You know,
it was a narrative that they didn't have to put out there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And this is something they could have kept internally. They didn't have to say this can be played on a base Xbox One or whatever, right? And then the talk starts to happen. It starts to snowball. Oh, it's like a FOMO, a fear of missing out on quote unquote graphical performance that I'm supposed to be missing. But then you see these games, and even to the PlayStation base, right? They start to see Ratchet and Clank, which looks phenomenal and all that, which is, you know, I mean, and you start to see, Horizon Forbidden West, that looks phenomenal, right? And if you didn't tell anybody it's a cross-generational game, you still fine, right?
Right.
So it's just one of those things where I think, again, with transparency and the vision of Microsoft, this kind of saved them in the long. They took
in the long term. Yeah, they did.
Got beat because let's be real, the Xbox fan base was not feeling a lot of this stuff. They wasn't feeling PC games.
But is this shattering the narrative and the fear of the older consoles holding back these consoles now?
I think for a lot of people it doesn't.
You said no, but I'm just saying. You said you saw for Horizon Forbidden West, and you saw how graphically it looked. It looked really nice. Yeah, it looked really nice. But knowing this,
I know where you're going.
Knowing that it's a cross-gen title, and you saw the PlayStation 5 version, and we know that it's not going to be too far off on that PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation base.
Right.
Is that shattering what that misconception is that video games aren't on a slider,
right? And
it's going to be held back.
Look,
with the older consoles.
All I'm going to say is this: I think there is design FOMO in the community,
right?
Game design FOMO, right? So you look at the game, right, and you just put a screenshot of Horizon Forbidden West, right? You go, oh my God, that looks amazing, right? If you tell someone before this can only be done on this hardware, right? Then it's this self-value. You see? This is what holding out and not cross-generational does. So you create this FOMO, and now when the truth is revealed, you're hurt. Because you conceive this to be some godly thing that can only happen in one place. Whereas the other company told you, yo, that right there, this is cross-generational. This is going to be played all these different places. And I think the gaming community sadly does that to themselves. They put themselves in these positions where they hype up something that is just so outrageous.
I think it's only the console space.
It's a console thing to make themselves feel value on their perceived purchase. See, I made the right decision because this could only be done on the platform I bought.
You know what I find funny, because this PC Master Race crap that
shout out to them though.
Yeah, this is these dudes. Wow. Y'all are not master full at anything.
Oh God! Now the Master Race got to catch it.
No, you know why they're gonna catch these hands? You're gonna catch these hands. Half of y'all playing on 1080s, right? So if you're playing on the 1080 and there's a 3080 out there,
1060s,
whatever.
Oh, you talking about the overall numbers of what actually
just the
people
overall
are playing.
number. Half of you guys are playing on mediocre consoles, right? Mediocre PCs, right? You guys are the equivalent of a base Xbox, right? So if I have a 3080, I'm actually Master Race, right? So how much Master Race are you really doing?
Okay, so you're saying based on the numbers in the wild, dudes is frauding like it's everybody got the high end.
They think if they game on a PC, they're elitists. We elitists. Why don't you show your specs inside your box, and then let's see how really elite you are.
Listen, I feel you. To your point. Right, it's a small percentage.
It's for all of us.
But all I will say, I know I'm talking over you, but
no,
I will say is that I like my PC Master Race brothers only because, at least in the Xbox ecosystem, we could rock. We got synergy. Oh, you got the crossplay. We got the thing. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like the beauty of this Windows 11 stuff is synergy,
the magic, the marriage,
right? Because let's be real, in the past it wasn't necessarily there. Like, oh, you could do this, but you can't do this. We can't really play together. We can't. Now it's like, yo, this vision. Shout out to Queen Sarah. You know what I'm saying? She was out there on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Salute. And I love this because now I feel like, yo, when crossplay comes out, Destiny and all this stuff, I'm truly going to play with these people. I'm truly going to integrate.
I'm having that fun in Outriders. I'm having that fun in Outriders that it tells me who's crossplay, because I leave my joint open. It tells me who's crossplay. So if he's coming from PlayStation, he's coming from PC, wherever the hell he's coming from, we're all interacting with each other. And this should have been like this from before.
I agree, and I like it.
Right?
Yeah,
and I think Microsoft spearheading this whole champion, this movement for crossplay, that synergy starts and has always started with Microsoft taking that foot forward.
Right.
Other people were resistant in doing it, and they had to bend the knee to a superior console.
Right.
I mean, product, the product, which is the Fortnite, a superior game software. Fortnite made PlayStation bend the knee.
Yeah,
in that whole thing and transform that landscape, because remember, everybody else was doing it, but these guys. So I think I love the synergy. I love where we're going. I think we beat this in the head.
Yeah, we beat this in the head. So I'll get your point off, and then we roll on.
No, I completely agree. I just think anybody who thinks that PlayStation isn't going for that same synergy is not reading the tea leaves, and it's just y'all fooling yourself. You have to, like, if you look at what they're doing with deviation games and whatever that game is going to be multiplayer centric, whatever. I think they already talked about the Jade Raymond game is going to be some sort of living game.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would not be surprised if those games are day and date PC releases as well when they come out, because they're multiplayer, and we talk about synergy, and we talk about expanding the reach of that ecosystem the way Microsoft is doing right now. PlayStation has to find a way to do that, and they don't have the same avenue to do it that Microsoft does. How do you do that? These multiplayer-centric games that, and I don't know how they're going to word it. Jim Ryan's going to dance around this one, but it's day and date. I'm telling you, these are the games that'll be day and date. Maybe not their prestige AAA first parties, Last of Us, God of War. Maybe not day and date, but these multiplayer games that they have in the pipeline. Trust me.
Okay. No, this is a good discussion. I love these topics. We'll just roll right into this because it's kind of synergetic with what's going on. And just wanted to talk about, obviously, shout out to 108 Dragon. I was on in the Dragon's Den with the bro, you know what I'm saying? Saturday, shout out to PK. We had a good discussion. One of the topics that came up was the what you call the FCR, the Super Resolution, solve that you greatly asked Lord
that I forced Lord Jason Ryan
to answer ahead of time. That was one of the highest hit questions solved there. Very smooth, sir. Very smooth. But yeah, we heard that's out, this DLSS, kind of competitor, and just being able to get a little bit of more performance out of, even all the way back, to the OG Xbox One, console. So that, and then I don't know if you guys heard the it seems to be like the Series X server blades may be in the wild. Now, Microsoft being not officially said that they've, adjusted all the server farms to switched over from the from the 1S to over the Series X. But we're seeing reports. Shout out to Clobrill. He had a great tweet out in reference to some of the things he was seeing on XCloud. He's playing Rainbow Six. He saw the 120 frames option. They're seeing the performance boost. Shout out to Lord Jess Quarter Windows Search. He was supposed to be on during these two subjects because he was going to give some insight, but he had some things he had to take care of. So salute to Jess. But we started to see that roll out around. So I just wanted to get your feedback. So I'll start with you. Super Resolution, which you are a champion of. You were the one that brought it to our attention, and then obviously the server blades potentially being upgraded on XCloud.
I mean, I think everything they're doing is looking for ways to improve the performance and fidelity and feel of the Xbox experience on whatever platform you choose to engage with it, by doing this stuff at the back end to really to have that experience be what people want, right? I think if there is a barrier to people hopping onto XCloud and really giving it a go and playing those games in that regard, is bandwidth, right? First and foremost. And then after that is just the experience of the input lag, of how it looks. Does it look soupy? Does it look like it's smeared in Vaseline? Stuff like that. And if you fix that stuff on the back end little by little, all of the stuff on your end that needs to be rectified starts getting smaller and smaller. And it just comes down to, okay, how do I increase my bandwidth in order to be able to enjoy this stuff that they're giving me on that end, right? So for me, it's huge. It's huge. And I think, again, we've used this word to death today, but it's synergy. It is how do you best give the best expression of your product on each of these different platforms that you're trying to get people to engage with it on. And they're doing everything necessary on each one of these levels to make sure that you get the best Xbox experience. And, the fact that the server blades are going out, especially as difficult as it's been just to get Xboxes in people's hands, the fact that they're doing this on this back end to really make to XCloud a much more viable option to more people.
I don't think people realize the long-term goals they have with XCloud. I think a lot of people,
it's coming out now, right? Like they're seeing it now.
People don't really even still see it. Like I think XCloud was designed to work with 4G, but it was built on the foundation of 5G. And
Bill still said as much. Like
and until 5G is rolling out and it's standard, I don't think you're going to see their vision of XCloud until that day happens.
I just tried to get 5G Wi-Fi inside the house. T-Mobile don't have it in my area.
I have a lot of friends that is like the Japan area and stuff, and they said XCloud works way better there than
Let me ask. I'm sorry, so I'll finish your point.
Just real quick, and so on the FidelityFX stuff, right?
Yep. I'll just
and we talked about this is the first time I've ever seen. First time I've ever seen that the secret sauce actually works, right? Right. And the thing is, right now, yes, let's talk about how it brings down. Obviously, image quality isn't quite there yet.
Oh God, you got not like me.
But this is a reality. The thing that makes FidelityFX special is that it can work on top of everything else. So if you're running RTX, it can run on top of that. It once again, synergy. It's everywhere. Whereas RTX is very localized to those graphics cards. All this stuff
and it's free.
Work in conjunction. Exactly.
And it's free because the RTX is not free.
Right.
And the free. So to me, it's one of those things that we're gonna get it. It's going to be in an early state and it's going to continue to improve. And on the console side, when you start getting performance on a console, we've seen it already without having to use this. When you're talking about games that have 120 FPS mode, if you really think about when they started talking to us about the Series X and what it could do in the beginning, there was no talk of 120.
None.
120 came after.
I think what you're going to see is when Microsoft, like a lot of people thought it was a joke when Microsoft says we want to reach 2 billion gamers because currently how the market is, they can't reach 2 billion gamers because they don't have access to the markets that's only mobile.
Right.
And I mean, even PlayStation doesn't have access to those markets. So their goal is like that's why they're opening up stuff when it comes to Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy. They got all the Final Fantasy that are besides, the ones that we want, like 7 and 16. They're highly rumored that Persona is going to go in there. So sure, we think that they're getting these games for our demographic. They are, but they're really getting this demographic for these mobile markets that you can't get into without a mobile presence. They don't accept console markets. And that's when you're going to start seeing Game Pass really pick up is when XCloud is accessible in these regions, like extremely accessible. Yeah. And you're going to start seeing like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of new subscription. And that's when you're going to really see the subscription model go from like 30 million to like 70, 80 million.
Yeah.
Is when these people are added into this subscription service.
I think that was like the byproduct of all these other subscription services when they hit an app and they got to that markets that they couldn't reach, normally. That's you see the uptake there.
Yeah.
That FidelityFX stuff.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, what you see?
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. So I'm watching Digital Foundry. I'm watching Digital Foundry do the breakdown, and it was like they showed native and they showed I said, okay, I can tell you in your infancy, bud, because they sitting there saying like they showing it 2 screens, and it was like, you see, it's really no difference. I said, no, clearly this is a difference. Clearly, if that doesn't matter to you, shout out to TCL. We had a chance to watch their television yesterday. Stupid while we were eating, and I do realize there's a complete difference. Like, I saw you up close. I saw you in your best light.
Why are you comparing a burger shop TV?
We in a restaurant getting burgers, and they happen to have a TCL,
which was hilarious.
Which was hilarious.
Absolutely hilarious. They made sure that in my dining experience they were present, and and then I feel, you know what it is? It's adequate. It's adequate. And what I saw there in the FidelityFX I have to scale back my expectations of it.
Okay.
Because what I was explaining that you won't be able to tell the difference from native to BS. Brother sees the difference. But again, that allows you to have more horsepower, more CPU power to do other things, to power the world in different ways that you don't need to max out and have 8K textures and stuff like that. So I understand where we're going with it. It's in its infancy, and truly later on with different iterations of it, it will reach its apex. But at this moment in time, it is adequate for what they want. But that's freeing up the horsepower and the CPU power to do those unimaginable things that we are begging for, those transformative things. They're no longer tied to sizes of textures, which eats up huge amounts of RAM, which takes up huge amounts of CPU power. You can change that into the CPU power of AI. AI is, from what I'm hearing from all these new developers and all these developers that we have, is where they want to change going forward in this new generation that we're in now. The current generation. We're in the current generation. We're not in next. This is current generation now. So the AI, we're going to see it as a huge difference, because remember when we was playing Metal Gear and they were doing things that we was like, wow, look at the patterns on the dudes. They changed their patterns up, particularly to certain things that happen in the ecosystem. I think that is where we're going to see a dramatic change going forward.
You know where it's really going to shine, I think, even in this infant state, is Lil Man.
Yo, god damn it, Tom.
Yeah, no, I'll let you rock with it.
No, you good. I love you because you be on point with your joke.
We're on the way. We're on the same wavelength.
You be on point,
bro.
I think Lil Man gets the biggest benefit.
Because right now they're talking about 1080p is kind of the baseline where you can still it'll give you that resolution internally and be able to bump up what it can do on the in terms of graphical effects, in terms of frame rate, whatever the case may be.
We might have to get a Little Man emoji. Which
it really
just have him,
with like a little Series S with the arms.
I'm with it. Mr. Potato Head.
We might have to get a Little Man emoji. Because people been asking me,
let me ask you a question. I want to ask the chat. Everybody that's down for Little Man emoji, put a 1 in the chat, put a 2 for no. Because I want to see.
King, you got everybody saying it.
Everybody.
I posted up when I got Little Man, and they was like, where's this Little Man thing called? I think Neo Spark asked me. I was like, King came up with that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But listen, man. That little machine does a lot of awesome stuff.
Okay, we got to do it.
Yeah, we got to do it. The chat, they all.
Yeah, they all. Yes, let's go.
Little Man. What do we say, Little Man? Everybody said what? Wow. Okay, we'll do it. We work on it.
That little machine punches above his weight already.
Yeah.
And to give it this shot in the arm,
it's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Yo.
Yeah. Listen, let me jump in because shout out to again. I see 108 up in there. Had a fantastic discussion on the Dragons Den. Yo, subscribe to my brother, 108 Dragons TV. He's really putting it in, man. I enjoyed myself there. Shout out to PK. He was really dropping some knowledge on this whole, super resolution stuff. And again, the games haven't implemented it just yet, but the fact that they are talking about it now, this is something I've seen. Again, Lord Jason Serrano, who was up in the realm when Solve asked, this was something super excited about it. You know what I mean? And I think, like King said, anything to me that you get to eke out more performance excites me, especially early in the generation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, dev kits, tools, all this stuff, you're still learning as you go, right? You're still maximizing. So to hear this stuff, to see the excitement that they're having about it is really cool. Anything that where you get more overhead to do other things, like
and it being real and tangible, bro.
Yes,
you guys know how excited I was.
Yeah.
The Xbox One,
the ES
and
RAM,
the ES RAM, and the cloud,
Remember that the cloud? What was your man name? Mr. X Media would come out. Yeah. He had like a blog. We'd be like, yo,
like 100 times the performance. Like
it's truly 5 times more powerful. And that with the cloud computation.
But I wanted to believe. I wanted to believe. And then
theory.
And it was all out the window because when you tried to actually play that, the system exploded. So for it to be real and tangible, like I said, even in its infancy, and it's not super impressive in that way, the King way, it's like, oh my God, it's game changing right now. but it's something that is tangible,
Right.
and you know they're gonna iterate on it.
The secret sauce is actually real this time, man. Shout out to Paris. He said to show them. I know we still rolling, brother. Salute to Paris with the joint.
Yes,
but
yes.
it's exciting tech, man. And I love this stuff. I get excited because no disrespect to the last generation, right? But it's just like, you know, we felt they came in a little underbaked. You know what I mean? Like, I like those generations, like the 360, when you're like, yo, they coming in on par with PC.
And it was,
you know what I'm saying? And I love when a generation starts and it's already at the apex with what's current in the PC space. And now you can iterate. Now you can do these techniques and doing all the stuff. And then we talked about, you know, the prior topic before with Windows 11. It's just shaping up to this fun little generation of synergy with tech. And then these advancements that could push it, you know, even further.
Beyond.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last point I'll say is, you know, we all, as much as we were championing ray tracing, right? The reality hit where we were like, damn, you look at all that performance.
There's
here.
performance hit. There's a big performance hit.
We was like, damn, that performance hit. I don't know if I want ray tracing with all you bringing my frames down. So it's just cool, man. I love this type of stuff. I know, Saab, you love it.
Yeah.
You always ask these type of questions. King, you know, we get excited. And
I'm jaded to it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm jaded to it because I'm so sick and tired of, you know, when somebody comes out and tell you put your ears in a box. I went you know, we're gonna do so much stuff.
King wants the pure experience.
I'm so sick and tired of the lies. So to actually see it being implemented and being shown.
Yes.
Don't talk about it.
Be about it. Do it, right?
Right. And these dudes are being about it. Maybe it didn't reach my level of expectation yet, but the possibilities of what has been shown will reach those expectations that I do have. So
question for y'all, with all this stuff being a reality, right, on all ends, do I see a mid-gen refresh at any point, or are we not getting that this year? I don't think so. I don't think
not
so.
for the Xbox and not for the Xbox and the Series S. And I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, not specifically there. Yeah, I don't think so, because like you mentioned, Cog, like you mentioned, like honestly, the Xbox One generation started 3 years late.
Yes, I agree.
That generation should have started in 2010.
Yeah,
they may be able to rock these boxes out for a while.
Pause.
Shout out.
Sorry, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Anyway, but like especially the Series S and that shout out to little man, because I think that's the Trojan horse for a lot of these markets. I feel that I think eventually, you know, for people who either are just in a PlayStation or Nintendo ecosystem only, you know, that might be the first choice. And then again, if you're able to get this performance, you're able to do these things with the Series S, right? With these techniques, and it's still on par with a lot of what's going on with the bigger consoles, I think it becomes an attractive model, especially with Game Pass. And
Okay. I just want to say that, now, for what's really available, little man is the benefit of hardware in place.
Right.
What has been talked about in silence, you know, like as far as the Fire Stick thing, I think that is that's the real Trojan horse to get into your house. If I could pick up a controller and the Fire Stick thing and just, you know, like plug it in my TV.
That's another one. Yeah,
and you know, financially from that standpoint, and that's where the super sampling and, you know, the FidelityFX and all that other stuff comes into play and gives that boost. But from a native console hardware space, I think little man is just like you said, is that Trojan horse in that space. I believe so.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
Last point I make is I just want to touch on it is XCloud, because I really love hearing that those Series X exploits are going to come out, because
they're doing that already.
Yeah, like that excites me, because again, seeing that when you see that imperceptible latency, that's what makes it a game changer. That's what makes it okay. I can actually do this, and this is viable in a space. Now, for some, we get it. They're not going to want it. Again, it's an option. But for some, they are going to do it. And if you notice, if you look at the Game Pass list recently, you'll see more Xbox, PC, and cloud. You're starting to see the and cloud on a lot of these Game Pass of the month games that get announced. They're starting to implement. Shout out to Yakuza Like a Dragon. Shout out to the cops. They're excited too. But there's a lot of things going on where it's like, yo, you're seeing the cloud more, and this is something they want to implement.
All they doing is just going to pick up the new consoles. You know, you have to have police escort when you go to pick up the new console because they not demand, baby. They said they got PlayStation 5s at Walmart. You gotta get there, baby. You gotta get there.
She's stupid. But that's all I got on this joint. You know what I'm saying? Shout out what Gene said. Yes, Series S costs too much for the store. Yeah, you know what you do, Gene? Shout out to LordsGaming.net in the building. Just get that little that caddy, that USB 3.0 caddy until you ready. But what I did is what I got, little man, I was able to take my Xbox One X to GameStop. $200 credit, baby. So I was able to get me another expansion card for little
you
man.
go.
Yes. See,
that is definitely necessary.
It has been a game changer for me. The fact that they had the foresight. Shout out to Jason Ryan on the team. They have the foresight to have an SSD expansion available at launch.
I know where this is going.
And that I have all this wonderful fast memory. It's changing. Quick resume. Shout out to the most powerful, most stable, most equipped console in the business. We believe in generations too.
Oh god, the kid's gonna
for real though.
You gotta get your. We actually got in kind of early today, which is good.
Yes,
so, Les, you want to do the poll? Super chat? How you want to do it? Solve.
Let me run through these super chats. I don't think it's that many.
All right, cool.
One second.
Let's get the super chats. Then the poll. We get up out of here.
And we got. Hold up. Listen, well, we did Titan.
Okay.
Do the poll.
Yeah, let me do the poll.
I'm here.
You get set up. So yeah, we got that new ILP poll also up on LordsGaming.net right now. Should be right now. I'll check it out. With the release date of Halo Infinite being committed to a holiday release window, when do you think Halo Infinite should release? The choices are A, September or October. Let Halo breathe and keep it separate from Forza Horizon 5. B, November. Coincide with Halo anniversary date for a big holiday splash. Or C, I don't care, but they best stay away from big COD out in these gaming streets. That is the question. Please rock the vote when it goes up on ILP Twitter this week. Later, I don't actually know on Twitter. Actually, on LordsGaming.net. It should be up now, so check that out. But yeah, that is the question. Rock that out. Solve. Are we ready to get these super chats and then roll on out?
Hashtag I don't care about no COD. I don't
big
care about no COD.
Right.
Devo.
Care about Devo right
You
now.
don't care about Devo.
All right, we got Natra Brown, $10 super chat. Great show as always, gentlemen. Great listening while trucking down the road. Be safe or Natra, no doubt.
Man, loves. See, we giving that 4-hour love, dude.
Yeah. Make the time go by quickly.
Exactly.
Then we got Clutch, man, $5 super chat. I can smell it now. Wait, he put this again. Hold on. Okay, Drawn JT, $5 super chat. You guys are the best. You make my day. I listen to you guys, RDX podcast, and Double Barrel Gaming. All family. Thank you so much.
Fam. Shout out to RDX. Shout out to Dealer Gaming, the Crows. All good. You know what I'm saying? Fonz and them. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
then we got Flame. Oh, I'm sorry. The Double Barrel. Of course.
Lord Boom, man. The hardest working man in the business.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Shout out to Lady Boom. Shout out to Boom, man. He's just family. Salute.
Then we got Flame, $5 super chat.
LordsGaming.net Flame.
We didn't get to ask him, is there any extra chests in the vault of glass? Will he ever tell? I'm not sure his wife is telling him. I'm sure his wife is going to tell that. I'm not telling you nothing.
Exactly.
Then we got Rodella $5 super chat. Joey Bats made me send the super chat. He said, show some respect. So here I am.
We're going to have to get the goons because they've been trying to, these Italians be trying to shake us down.
Have the boogie down. We got to get the boogie down goons.
Goons out, man.
Then we got Abel Asic with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. You can say something. Just please say something. Raiden Blade, £5 super chat. I have said this before. Microsoft wants Xbox to be a $1 trillion company too. Yeah, it feels like they really want Xbox to shine in parallel with what they're doing. Like it's amazing to see. Then we got Gerald Mack, $5 super chat. Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelia Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Influence is felt through Microsoft Now, a different game. Yes, his influence is felt everywhere now. This is why they have him walking around with bodyguards all the time. And shout out to, again, GRG. I said, I honestly, in the long term, I see Phil as the head of Microsoft.
Whoa.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Then we got Raiden Blade, £2 super chat. Phil to Satya, Microsoft must be all in. Satya, we in.
Satya Odin $1.
Yeah.
Odin.
Then we got Brad with the $2 super chat being messy. PC Master Race.
Yeah,
Gotta throw that in there.
Show your specs.
Just show your specs.
Let's see if it's really bench pressing or not.
You gotta get Brad in here, baby. It's been a while since he's been in the realm defending himself.
Go ahead. PC Master Race. Show your specs.
Yeah, we have the Wandering Dutch £10 super chat. Awesome show, great Halo insight, and great guests. ILP on fire as usual. Congratulations on the big moves this week for ILP as a registered company. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. It means a lot. Yes.
Then we have Beaner, 8127, $5 super chat. Photogrammetry, desert car. Xbox hit Horizon 5 at the 2019 Game Awards console reveal. Xbox sending hints out for a long time. Yeah, they send out a lot of hints for stuff that you just don't see. And I love that. You know, it's like an ARG. You just have to figure stuff out.
Yep.
Then we got Beaner once again, $5 super chat. Phil Spencer can dribble a bowling ball. On the 7th day, God rested and Phil took over. His tears cure cancer. Too bad he never cries. Oh my God. We need a book of X at the end of this.
It was out of control.
He was out of control.
You, sir, definitely have. So far, you're leading for Super Chat of the day.
Post to the show. Yeah, that's for sure. Then we got Post Up, $5 Super Chat. I called them Sony dudes out on these amazing PCs, and they say they have on Twitter and they didn't show up. Yeah, a lot of people they like to make the PC argument and just don't, they don't have that.
Show your specs.
Show your specs.
Nah, that's my whole thing right now. What's inside your box? Pause.
And we got Flame, $2 super chat. Gonna need an emote for that synergy soon. Talking a lot of synergy today.
Synergy talk today, yes.
Hold on, now we got a couple, so let me go back a little bit. Okay, we got Clutchman, $5 super chat. 2018 Sony. How did you get the extra booth space in the building for E3? Microsoft, I bought the building.
See, of course
you
do.
do.
No.
Then we got One Bad Mother, $5 super chat. Another Sunday, another incredible interview and discussion. By the way, finished Mass Effect for the first time, and ME3 is the best one.
Yo, a lot of people. Some people say that. A lot of people say
that
for the first time. Yeah.
That's facts.
Oh, here we go. I like how you come back with it.
I gotta chime in.
I got to chime in with his the point.
I know he's probably eating.
He chimed in like, word.
Then we got Hargeet Chennai with the $5 super chat. Haven't seen much about the 20th anniversary of Xbox or Halo from Microsoft yet. Do you think something is coming? Yep, Halo Infinite's coming. That's what's coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had it on today.
Then we got Mariano Pompa, $5 super chat. Congrats, Lords, on all the big moves. Much more success to you all. Immortality, take it. It's yours. Hashtag get it.
That's real lordly talk.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I know what he talk about.
Then we got, excuse me, let me have a drink because I feel like I swallowed razor blades.
That sucks.
Yeah. One Away Dragons TV, $5 super chat. I'm giving people PTSD and Halo this holiday. Be afraid. Awesome job today. As usual, my brother's a little man pulling weight. No doubt.
Facts. He's out here. Are we all cool?
Then we got J-Dub is a shill. $5 super chat. I know what's in my wife's box of bushes. Oh my God.
Bro, see? Let these that's when they get loose with the emotions.
That wasn't me. I'm just saying.
J-Dub might have won that one. Whoa.
Yeah, but anyway, so we got that, man. Let's wrap. Oh, our Attic, you still there? You eating, whatever. But we still our outro, sir.
I'm not eating. I'm not
okay.
eating.
Lord, where can people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. The content's been a little bit lack. It's going to be remedied here in the next couple days. Keep in mind, on the 6th of next month, we will be streaming Sea of Thieves. So I'm pretty sure you guys are going to enjoy that.
A lot of fun.
Chivalry. That
Yo, I'm gonna be honest.
Too. I'm down for all of that.
I'm gonna be honest. I was like, damn, that chivalry looking good.
It look fun, bro. Iron Lord's the game, but no, we got
He
to
forced me. To play.
I already promised Addict. We're doing CDs, but I want that chivalry with the Lords.
Yes, we need that. Really needs. Really needs to be
there. Continue.
Continue.
Yeah, so that will be happening on the 6th, I think. I think that's the day we agreed to.
Yes.
We will be doing the new content for that, so keep an eye on for that. And that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. No doubt.
Yeah.
Lord Solve, my man. What do we got going on? Where can I find you?
Man, you can find me, Lord Solve ILP, on Twitter, BX Sovereign on PSN and Xbox Live. I'm gonna speak a little slowly because, again, like I said, I feel my throat's killing me. Pause. Yesterday was a special and emotional day for us. Just because it's the culmination of step one of a journey that started 4 years ago at this point.
Yeah, pretty much officially.
And I couldn't be happier, prouder of my brothers, what's happened to date and what's to come. I never would have thought. Shout out to King for King having the foresight, having the belief. Cog is the one that goes out there and enacts it, and I'm the one that need to see the road ahead. And it's funny because we've always been that way. I think those. I don't hear no Addict. And then Addict. Excuse me, Addict. My apologies. Addict wasn't there yesterday, so I apologize. But Addict is the dude that he understands these Twitter streets. He understands. He understands how to machinate and move. And Addict behind the scenes in terms of
Addict bullying people. Can I say that?
Yeah, Addict in people's DMs.
Can I allow to say your strong arm game? Your strong head is super
I saw
strong.
something that I'm gonna say on my part that I love him for. So
I won't. So I'm not gonna co-sign me bullying people. We're gonna move past that.
But Addict is passionate and tenacious, and a lot of this stuff that happens behind the scenes is because Addict is in there talking to people. And I've never seen somebody so passionate to go out there and just really get these interviews, get this stuff happen.
Addict made this one happen.
Yeah, this is, again, it's a culmination of a lot of work. If anything, and these guys know, I wish I could be more involved on the day-to-day stuff because just my day-to-day is crazy. But I appreciate being a part of this. And sky's the limits. I love y'all. Sky's the limits. I'm so happy where we at, and I can't even imagine to see where we're going.
Facts. Lord King, where fine people got going on for you, sir?
Ooh. I sat back yesterday. I was late. Addict was there first. Addict
was there first.
Addict got the paperwork in
digital form.
Addict was there first, and Sovereign pulled up, and I left my house completely early. And shout out to Jersey. I hate you, Jersey. With your traffic for no absolute reason under the sun. Leaving, it took me an hour and a half to get home. But like okay, so being cursed with vision is hard, right? Being cursed with vision allows you to see things ahead of the time before it happens. I know you guys like to make jokes King Prophet at Xbox and stuff like that, but being cursed with vision allows you to see things before it happens, and some people don't believe you, or some people don't get it at that point in time, but it's going to happen in fruition later on. And when it does come to pass, you're not really excited as much as those people that is happening, because it's happening in real time for them. You already were present there at that moment. But seeing my brother's excitement, seeing Addict's hard work way before the excitement even hit, because he did it on Monday of that week when he had other stuff that he was doing, and he made sure that he took care of his stuff first.
Took care of the business.
Right? Seeing their excitement, knowing that we made it to this place, and then you sign off on things, and to seeing the lady's excitement too, because she was excited too, and then she brought her friend over to cheer into the excitement. Other things.
What's funny is when I went to my thing, they did, the individual that I was working was like, "Well, I don't think I need to copy any of your stuff. And I was thinking to myself, you better not need to copy any of my stuff because I am not driving another hour and a half.
Addict calls me. He calls me. He's like, look, he's saying that he doesn't need that. I'm like, you know what? Give it to him anyway.
Yeah, make sure that he.
No, I did. I was like, go ahead and copy it anyway. Yeah. He's like, well, they don't really like us sending people stuff like that, so I don't think I need it. And I would think to myself, you better not need it. Like, we at that point now, or I was at that point where I'm comfortable with you having my stuff in your desk if I don't have to come back to it.
Exactly. But we here.
Yeah, we here now.
We here when we had 10 people in the chat to when we have how many people showed up today. And we here because of you guys. We push because of you guys. We do because of you guys. And also, we actually really love each other.
Yeah.
You know, so from the hard work from Cog and the hard work from Addict and the hard work from Solve like to tell you he doesn't do hard work. Yeah, he does.
He do. Yeah, he do.
All right, he really does. Everybody's pulling their weight in all aspects of their strengths. Right? We all have different strengths, so we don't expect somebody to do something that's not their strength. But I love you guys. I just really wanted to say that because it was very special. And to see the response from your tweet
bro,
yesterday.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
All right, and I gotta give a shout out to Attic again. I saw somebody say something that don't normally ever speak, and Attic was like, "Yeah, you can talk to me later. You can talk to me in the DM." And I'm pretty sure he went right after, and he hollered at old boy there. But I also know Attic has a level of OCD that he will complete whatever his task is, and a lot of these big interviews are attributed. In conjunction with Cog, but attributed to Attic.
I'm glad you said that
because he does a lot of the legwork.
Yeah, let me jump in because that is very important. And I know Attic probably don't want me to say this, but I'm gonna say it. And look, we all love each other, and part of being a team, you know what I'm saying, is making sure everyone is respected for their contribution. And I feel like my brother doesn't get enough. It's being Addict as far as his contribution to Iron Lord's podcast. I love him like a brother. He's cool with being in the background reserve, but when I see a lot of people say, hey, they want Cog and they want King or whatever, that's cool. But don't eliminate my bro from these podcasts and these conversations because he is a vital part of Iron Lord's podcast. A lot of these big interviews we get, Addict is directly responsible for making them happen. So I just wanted to say that publicly because I don't think I ever said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really like the respect given to my brother as well. We are a unit. We're a team. Me and him started this initiative. He came to me with it. I wasn't a podcaster. I wasn't a YouTuber. I'm an old dude that talk in party chats. And I was content on doing that. And Addict knows me. Like, this would have ended. It could end at any time for me because I just didn't have that passion that he had until he brought me into this world. And then I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. And then you get your introducings and you get all the goofy stuff that I like to do. So salute to that. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Solve obviously was the first guest, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know the history. You know what we've done. You know what I'm saying? Since the 3rd grade, brother. You know what I'm saying? Since Double Dragon in the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that. So just to see him and his insight, and I love when people ask for his insight and really his personality. Me and King start to see his personality truly shine during the
because we know him.
And King, I gotta admit, bro, like, I love you because you truly see things way ahead of everyone. And you would tell me, Cog, I see us. We gonna be the beaches. We gonna be sipping on the mimosas. And I'm like, chill, bro. We got like 10 subs.
But you know what it is? He didn't realize certain things that I would do. And they say, why are you giving out 200 shirts? Why are you spending so much money on doing this? Why are you doing this? I see.
He see it. He do.
What was funny is I remember when we printed that those 1,000 shirts at E3.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to you guys in the chat. I was like, King, we don't even have 1,000 like you.
Yo, we was mad at King because all these bro.
They weren't cheap.
Bro, we spent so much money
out of our pocket.
And King was so adamant, and we were like, me and
that
Saul
was
like, the budget, bro. Like
that was way
my apologies, guys. I'm listening, but I have a small emergency.
Okay, no,
I'm here.
That was way before we made money off the podcast.
Yeah, bro. It just to see the vision, and I never forget when when it really hit for me, King, when you made us do it. We were angry. Me and Addict talking in the back like, look how much money.
I'm handing out shirts. I'm going to everybody.
I know, but me and Addict talking to like, look how much money we spent on this damn oh God. Like we but you go to E3 and we all decked out. We got our joint. And seeing the response and seeing people come up to it and then seeing developers like, yo, y'all gotta stop by our booth because we want to share. Like I want so it's just to see that whole cultivate and to now make it official, and to be an LLC, to be a corporation, to be to be something that we're all pulling together in an entity is super cool. And to see the love from that tweet, which again, me and Attic was like, wow, this is really going viral. Got it.
And that's one of the reasons that we're always so down to earth when it comes to guesting on smaller shows, because back when we were small, for every one big guest we had 5 people ghosting us. We always had that mindset. It's like, look, I don't care how big we get, we're never going to forget the little guy. We're never going to forget where we came from, because a lot of these people, they almost impossible to get a hold of.
That's real. And
obviously with the because of the community, because of how big we've gotten, the big guests that we've gotten is all because of you guys. Because you guys give us something that we need to get them. It's called statistics. We need viewership. And with that viewership, you guys have gave us a card that we can go to people like, look, we have 500 to 800 live viewers. They could potentially be your live viewers, but you got to come on. And I'm not saying, and none of these people came on for any kind of clout or anything like that, but it does help.
Yeah, and shout out to the Realm. We got to shout the Realm out because the undying
those
support,
guys are great.
I've never seen a community like this. One time we couldn't end the show because the Superchats kept coming in, and then also I shout out the Realm because I've seen them reach out to bigger guests and say, you guys need to be on ILP. And some has happened as a result
because of you guys,
because of the Realm pulling up saying, yo, so thank y'all. And I want to thank one more person, Lord Rick Hogue. Shout out to Rick Hogue for helping us finalize the vision. If anybody is looking, I gotta plug them, because if anybody is looking to take their whole situation to the next level, and if you want to do an LLC, Hogue Law is in his bag, man.
Yes, sir.
He treated us with care and respect, no finessing, straight transparency, and for content creators, someone who understands, lawyers that actually understand what YouTube is and the whole thing. Shout out to someone who just copped the merch. Shout out to Reggie Mobile now, got that classic T. I see you. Salute. Much love, brother. God bless. But salute to Hogue Law, man. Please, again, subscribe to him. Very knowledgeable guy, but also on his business sense, if he does these type of acquisitions. So I gotta plug him if anybody is interested in the LLC game. But King Attic, I'll let y'all finish.
And
we just gotta grab these super chats.
Yeah, and keep in mind when it's come to we've always had you guys at the center of everything. When we talk about the Patreon stuff, the member stuff, we always want to make sure we don't try to lock too much stuff behind. If anything, we really don't lock anything behind paywall, because at the end of the day, we value giving you guys more content to watch than we value locking content behind stuff.
No doubt.
And we've always had that at the center of everything. Some stuff you might get a little sooner. We do a little bit of stuff for the members, but what I like is that you guys support us. We don't really got nothing behind that member stuff, but you guys enjoy the stuff we get, and we're always appreciative over that.
You're gonna have a lot more with these live shows. Because
back to normal.
Our bread and butter is the streets. Our bread and butter is being with the people. Our bread and butter is going to these shows. So COVID hit us hard too. But when we're going to be right back at it. So the King is about to go get his shots this week, so I could be up to date with all my vaccinations like a puppy. And right back to these streets, right back to the people, right back to being in the midst of the crowds, having conversations, talking to these developers, getting these interviews, being at the heart and the center of what makes us go forward, bringing you the stuff that you want to see and stuff that you want to hear, whether you like it or not.
Facts.
Did y'all all blow Vader about Addict? Because I want
Yes,
to blow Vader about
Addict.
Hold up, real quick, and keep in mind, like, I know we've had a lot of like high tier. We ain't even done. Like, we still have we still have a lot of like. It's got to the point. Like, I'll just tell you guys, we're booked to like August, September. Like we have to push like
big people back sometimes.
Big people back. Like sometimes I have to talk to someone and be like, yeah, we can be like, yo, I can get you like August, like August the 15th.
September, you good?
yeah, exactly. And then it's crazy to be you have to tell people that. Like it's like, who are you to be telling me?
Right. Yeah, but listen, it's no matter how big, no matter how small, your spot is your spot.
Small too. Don't think it's just gonna be only big.
This is always gonna be the same way it's been, man. If you show us love and you out there working hard, you're gonna make your way to the realm. That is for sure.
You're gonna say your addict affiliation?
Listen, because I realized that because of the relationship that Cog and King and I have for so many years. I know it's got to be difficult for Addict to be like, where do I fit in here? And the reality of it is that you are so integral to all of this. You have no idea, bro. Like,
facts.
You kind of are. You're the baseline. Like Hawk said, you brought him into a world that he had no intentions of going into whatsoever.
I'm like, who's gonna sit here for 3 hours listening to someone talk and stream? Like, it made no sense to me.
And I'm like, I never started listening to podcasts until after Cog was on podcast. He's like, look, man, you need to start listening to these things. And I'm like, who told you about all this stuff? He's like, this kid Addict that I play games with, and I'm just like,
that I tricked him into getting Destiny.
Yeah. And to me, like I just
want you to
realize, there you go. There you go. I want you to realize that how much you mean to us and how much you mean to this.
Thank you.
And in no way, shape, or form does any of this happen without you.
Preach.
And I can't do a quarter of the things that you do. I don't even want to try.
Side note, real quick. Side note, side little joint. Yo, me and Addict is a different story than this podcast stuff. Me and Addict was playing Destiny together. He had a dude that I could not stand. I was gonna drive to this dude's house and beat him up because he was bothering Addict. You remember?
We ain't gonna get into that.
Calhoun, that's his name. Calhoun. That was his name.
So listen, man. My love for this dude is crazy different. It's because it had nothing to do with the podcast. It had everything to do with.
I think it was before the podcast.
Yeah, it was before the podcast. It was. This is my Destiny dude. Yo, stop messing with him. This, and I had love for him way before the podcast.
We've even pulled up on people on shows.
The crazy thing is like. We have trust in each other, you know, and like when I went to do the stuff for our LLC, the dude straight was like, yo, keep in mind, anytime any of these
guys can shiest you.
And anytime I was like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't trust them. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, man. Beautiful thing. That's all I got to say.
We got too many jokes.
Let's
get these super chats because they starting to act up.
Then we got J-Dub is a shill, $50 super chat.
Wow.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. We appreciate all you do, fellas. Love to ILP. Don't turn out like the Beatles once you guys blow up to 1 million subs. Nah. I think that's the thing with us. It's like
I'm Ringo.
It's always it's family first, always. So I think you guys know that about it. It's
Ringo
family first.
never left. I'm Ringo.
He carried the torch forever, Ringo. We got Raiden Blade, £2 super chat. Yes, Lord Dizzy would have loved this.
Oh man, that kind of got me sad yesterday.
Yeah,
when I was driving, but then it made me happy because it was raining. That's when I got sad, and then the sun came out, and Rod told me he's up there looking and he's smiling.
He's so proud. He told me from day one when we started ILP, he was just like, bro, y'all got it. Like, this is something special. Shout out to Anchorman also, too.
Yeah.
Dizzy and Anchorman were two people that really gave us the confidence to say, yo, what y'all have is special. Just listen to the Yon Party chats and just what y'all do. And now to see the big screen, so to speak, people hear us was dope.
Yeah.
So,
And keep in mind, I do want to state something that I get you. I do the Patreon stuff and the community stuff, and a few of you have voiced your thing about the emotes, the emotes that's in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but how the emotes work is after we get a certain amount of members,
right,
they unlock another one. And I've had probably 3 or 4 people a week ask, can we get this one on there? Can we get that one on there? I would tell you right now, we need 4 more members for another emote.
Y'all want little man? 4 more members.
Let's go.
Oh, we get 4 more members, we will do another vote for another emote.
I think little man gonna win.
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah, that's for sure. I think for sure.
I think Addicts World is gonna win this.
You think Addicts World gonna win this?
No, but I'm the one that do the polls. Addict World always comes in second, but it's always one that beats it.
But we gotta add Lil Red to the mix.
Somebody finagling the numbers.
Someone trying to finesse his emoji.
You're more welcome to do it, man. You're more welcome to do it.
What else we got?
No. There we got Erica, Lady Erica. Erica's for the win. $5 salute, Lord. Proud and happy for you guys and your success. High key, a big inspiration to keep me and moves I make, and I want to make. Keep grinding. Thank you.
Shout out to Alvin who just joined the room.
Salute. They want those emojis. Salute.
Yeah, they try to do it.
Put those shields in the chat.
And shout out to the Backlog podcast.
We need 3 more now.
And we got Leonard Herrera. Welcome to the. Put the crest in the chat for Leonard Herrera. I guess you guys read that out already.
No, actually,
no, you did.
Then we got Smitty Smith, $10 super chat. I said once and I'll say it again. They will make room for ILP, the Addict Show, Lognet, KOS, the Last Word, and DCX. Salute to the Lords, the Book of
Shout out to
X.
Smitty Smith, the originator of Book of X.
Book of X.
We made an emoji based on that man from back in the day. How much he support us. Salute. Smitty Smith. Salute.
Then we got Philly Eagle, $5 super chat. I support family. ILP is family. Thank you, my
Real
brother.
dude. Got a chance to politic with him in the party chat, me and King. Good dude.
Yes, sir.
Salute.
Absolutely. And then we got Gaming Forte, $5 super chat. Y'all about to make Addict cry, but for real, Addict is one of the most genuine people I know. Might piss me off, but still my best friend.
I have the same relationship.
I may want to strangle him, but he's awesome.
Strangle with your love.
Then we got Tony Bryant, $5 super chat. Yep, Austin Creed and Sarah Bond coming soon. Manifested.
Yeah, we working. So salute to you. You was one of the first to wear the wolf. You know what I'm saying? Feed the wolves joint. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Then we got welcome Lord Alvin to the realm. Put the crest in the chat for Lord Alvin.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Then we got Suicide Kings, $5 super chat. Putting in my dollars, passing the plate to the right. Hashtag ILP community. Hashtag TCL's revenge.
Since RK do it, we just need 2 more now.
Look at the random play super chat to get us 2 more members. I'm done.
We did.
Them.
We got the 2
Arcade 40.
No, we need 1 more. We need 1 more.
Wait, we got Hargeet. It just jumped in.
Yeah, but
I'll refresh it. I think we need 1 more.
Okay. Welcome to the realm, Lord Arcade 4247. Put the crest in the chat.
Put them crests in there.
Then we got
is gonna show up, bro.
Raiden Blade, £2 super chat. 2 more members needed. Let's go. Then we got Hargeet Shania. Welcome to the realm, Lord.
Welcome to the realm.
So much.
No doubt. Thank you.
And we are done.
We'll see you guys next week. And more fun stuff planned. Good things going on. Cannot wait. Great interview. Salute 343. Salute Patrick Wren, the whole team. We are out of here until next week. Peace.
You guys stick around.
Are we back?
We back.
Yeah. I'll put
chat.
up
Yo, Stu Jersey, Stu Jersey came in clutch. Oh man, we gotta work on the new emoji for y'all.
I'll put up the poll sometime today or tomorrow.
Oh,
Put up the
salute.
poll, but I
think
think
we
Little
wanna
Man
poll
gonna
Addict.
win.
I don't
Little
know.
Man
Yo.
Addict versus Addicts World. You know
Yo,
what I'm
Little
saying?
Addict, please link me in that tweet because my retweet guys are crazy. So I want that poll. I want Little Man to win.
Pause.
All you guys retweet poll.
Salute to the
I want y'all
realm.
to
Yo,
get that
that's
Little Man to
love.
get out
That's
of there.
crazy.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
to stop the outro for that. We was like, yo, they actually did this. We got
y'all
the best
crazy.
community in the world. Love y'all.